Jillian Barbary yesterday.
Yeah.
She said she almost drove off the road when you offered her an invite to your wedding.
So is the invitation real?
I'm not sure, because I spoke to Beth last night, and I said, are we going to invite Jillian Barbary? And she goes, we have no room for anyone else. And
Howard.
But what she already thought. Well, why did you tell her she's invited? I didn't say she was invited.
You said you were going to call Beth and have her invited.
I was.
Well, that sounded like an invitation.
Yeah, it sounded like an invitation to me. And also,
and Beth said, well, gee, I'd love to have Jillian there, but where are you going to put her, on the floor?
Jillian, would you stand in a corner and not eat?
She would. She would do that?
She thought maybe she got Sal's invitation.
No, as a matter of fact, I think...
Is Sal going?
No. No, that's definitely off the table. No Sal. He is not getting the call. But you know what it is? Beth described to me that she over-invited, and what she was hoping is that a couple of people would not be available. Yeah. And there are people we invited who live around the country who can't come. But the rate of people not coming is not that high. It seems as though only 4 people can't be. Brad and George, being 2 of them, can't come.
Yeah.
Which is very sad.
We're going to be on our honeymoon there.
Oh.
Well, what
South
better place
America.
to honeymoon than in New York?
Our regrets. No, we really would love to have been there.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yes.
But you know what, Gary? Do me a favor. Write Beth a note right now that Lisa yented it up with Jillian Barbary.
And now Jillian.
No, come on, Howard. It sounded like you were going to invite her.
Lisa.
I didn't say. I just said to her.
What happens is you get on the phone to these people.
No.
And they get excited.
I said, did you hear the show today?
Yeah.
And she said, yes, I almost drove off the road.
Right.
So she heard it the way I heard it. You wanted her to.
I said I was thinking about it.
I
don't know. I have to listen back to the tape.
Listen to the tape. But
Actually, what happened was, but still, Lisa should have gotten your permission. You said, Gary, write Beth a note and tell her to invite Jillian Barbary.
Right, and then Beth wrote me back and said, "I'm all for it. Where are you going to put her?" I said, "I didn't realize. I thought maybe we had a couple of slots open, but we don't.
We have to fire Lisa."
Now Jillian's driving off the road again.
What's the final answer?
Lisa's a pain in the ass. You really are. I mean,
I
understand.
I understand. Started this.
Yeah, come on.
I understand you're doing your job, but you have no idea. I'm trying to fly under the radar here.
The king of all media.
No, but I really, you know what? I got to tell you what happens to me with this news department. It really was a mistake.
I told you it was a thing
I'll tell you why.
Didn't want to do.
I wanted the news department to cover everyone but me. Cover Rob and Fred, Gary.
Every time they try to cover me, I say, this is the Howard Stern news. Right. Get away from me.
Yeah, I don't get it.
In other words, like cover the whack pack, cover, different elements of the show and stuff, and have a live presence when we're not here. But the fact of the matter is, there are things I don't even want to talk about on the air. And then the news department starts entering it up, and then I'm forced into it.
I said you created your own paparazzi.
Right. I did.
You created all this stuff about your wedding. You keep talking about it.
I went down to get my marriage license yesterday, right?
Did you?
I'm looking over my shoulder to see if this Lisa G is following me.
You're ducking to avoid the people
where'd you go?
employ.
I'm not saying it.
City Hall?
I'm not saying where
Did
I
you
went.
miss that story?
I know.
I thought you were monitoring City Hall over their website. Lisa claims she can go and watch the webcam in front of City Hall, and
see who's coming in.
And she would watch to see when I'm going to get my marriage.
I saw you on a bicycle.
You think I'm going to bike in?
Bicycle.
No, out at the beach.
When you
you thought he was getting it out there.
Yeah.
When you get a marriage license, you got to bring with you a birth certificate, a driver's license, and then if you've been married before, you got to bring your proof that you're divorced. And then it hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. Like, oh man, I've been married before.
Yeah, what's up with you?
This is my second time to the party. I said, gee, and I got real nervous. I go,
that's kind of crazy.
What if it does? What if I'm Phil Collins? I'll be on wife number 3.
What if I have to do this again?
Because they only give on the form. They only give you 2 spaces. Like
what do you do if you have a third one?
If you have a third marriage, I think they got to make a whole addendum.
You got to flip the page.
Yeah. Elizabeth Taylor has like a booklet.
Well, each time you have to show your divorce papers.
Let me ask you something. If you've been divorced more than once.
Well, imagine when Larry King goes down there. He has to bring a
do you
trunk.
have to bring all of the divorce papers?
Larry King has to bring with him a vault.
He has them stapled together.
Yeah.
I need another form.
I'll be needing 4 forms.
Yeah.
2 per marriage.
I need an industrial state.
Oh, hi, Denise. Do you still work here? Good to see you. How's the family?
I have a loose leaf folder of divorce papers.
Is Lisa G around? I'd like to marry her.
By the way, this one I married twice. Does that count?
My latest one is now trying to get away.
I'm here with my latest Meshuggah a cunt.
So who knows what that's like? But, then it hit me like a ton of bricks. Wow,
Yeah, you're a guy with a history.
Yeah, and then,
Yeah, but I mean,
What is
my
Beth
God.
doing betting on you is what you should be saying.
And then Beth had to make a big decision. She hasn't decided yet whether she wants to be Beth Ostrowski or
Oh,
Beth
you
Stern.
had to register the name?
Well, here's the thing. When you get a wedding license, they say if you're going to have a new surname, whether a man or a woman, like is Brad going to take your name? Is he going to be a
No,
TK?
we're going to keep our own names.
Okay.
So
I
you
think he should be
still-
Brad Takei, personally.
You're
Altman
still
Decay?
George Takei and Brad Altman?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well,
How about Brad Sulu, even?
You know what? I'll make him sound like he had a little Asian in him, and he has a little Asian in him for years.
Why don't you both change your name?
He does.
Why don't you both change your name to Sulu? That would be very cool.
well, Brad's thinking of Altman Decay.
Altman
he?
Takei, yeah, I like that.
But then how would we
BAT.
know you're married? You're just going to be George Takei and
Well-
he'll be Altman Takei.
Well, because he's the man. He
No,
makes more
because
money.
See, I'm trying to
more
figure this all out.
known.
No,
Right.
Yeah, he's.
But I know that Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt did the Jolie Pitt thing.
Well, but first of all, think about it with George. George is definitely the man. Who's the one getting painted? Brad.
Right.
You do that with your
The
wife.
girl.
Yeah, George is, George is an admiral, first of all.
He's the younger one,
Yeah. Hey, he's the younger one. He's more the woman in the relationship. Traditional roles
Well,
now.
he's the manager. He takes care.
You're right.
Who's the
Yeah,
one?
he's but he's the subservient one.
Right.
No.
Not so
Oh,
sure.
no.
Yeah.
Sometimes he drives me.
Well,
I mean,
the woman-
sometimes
Right
up the
through.
wall.
The
Right through my
woman
pancreas.
Can make life miserable for you.
Well, you're the one raping poor little men in Indianapolis.
Anyway,
I did not rape him.
I know.
Have you ever spanked Brad?
No.
No.
Has he
You know-
spanked you?
No.
You never put him over your knee and spank him?
No, but we've been playful in bed.
Right.
A little love
But
pats.
not spanking, no.
No.
There's a couple of games of Scrabble that got kind of hot.
We played
What about chess?
How do you get playful? Like, what do you do?
Oh, we
You choke 'em?
No. We kind of roll around and wrestle and
Wrestle.
Greco-Roman.
Greco-Roman, actually. Yeah.
Come on, let's wrestle.
Take you 2 out of 3 falls, big boy.
Greco-Roman wrestling? A lot of gay men do that. They
Yes.
they get physical and they fight.
Oh, what is
Well,
gayer
it's-
than wrestling?
it's-
Have you ever that
Do you- are
ultimate
you-
fighting
it's
thing is the
fun.
gayest
Are you
sport ever?
completely nude when you wrestle? with
Yeah.
them?
Well, how else?
Right.
What's
If
the
you
point?
beat me, you can eat me.
How about
it
yeah?
starts
Put on the
out-
cat soundtrack and let's fuck.
The edge of the bed is out
Robin,
of
do you
how do you
start-
put a stop to all this?
You know,
Start out. Wait a second, George. Do you start out like, in other words, like
In that pose?
role playing? Like, in other words, you go.
No,
"All right,
we start
time to-"
cuddling and things start happening, and he resists, and so I get
Physical.
muscular.
all right, I'm Superfly Schnooker, and you're
So you
King
say-
Kong Bundy.
It starts out kind of romantic.
Look out, avalanche!
right.
It starts out kind of romantic, and then
Pile driver.
then all of a sudden, like he says
right,
something, and you
right.
hold him down.
Yeah, right.
And he
And then he
struggles.
resists, and then it starts.
Who generally wins?
We wind up.
That's up to Vince McMahon.
Then there's no win or lose.
Right.
It's
you
Everyone
wind up
wins.
having sex is what you wind up doing.
exactly.
Everyone
We
wins.
both explode from our cock. We're both winners.
Everyone
That's how I get spontaneity out of him,
All right, I'm Sergeant
and it ain't
Slaughter.
rape.
You're Bruno Sammartino, and I'm Sergeant Slaughter.
You're pretty boy Floyd.
Is it, why not have like a wrestling contest to see who fucks the other one? Like, in other words, like,
Who's on top?
whoever wins gets on top.
You're gold dust. I'm gonna fuck you.
All right. So what was I talking about?
Let's keep talking
You're
about
married
this.
to
Talking about the wedding.
Oh yeah, surnames.
names, yeah.
So
Beth O'Stern is funny.
yeah, well, I'm not looking for humor.
Right. and she wants to have a cute, funny name the rest of her life.
Sounds Irish.
So anyway,
Ostern.
we're sitting there and
Put the law down.
You have
man.
to.
Come
Well,
on.
no. It doesn't. It's up to her. So all of a sudden they say to surname. So she goes, "Well, I'll leave that blank." And the guy explains to her that if you leave that blank, and then you decide you want to be Beth Stern, you then have to go through a whole nother
You
ceremony.
got to go through a court thing, right?
Yeah, a court thing, and almost like getting married again.
Oh, really?
It's such a fucking hassle. She says, "Well, so if you do it now, it's all taken care of." So there it was, Beth Stern. I saw.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
but wait a
Congratulations.
second. But wait a second.
Oh, my.
What?
That doesn't mean she's going to use it. It means she can use it. She
Well,
can
that's
still,
a good thing.
Yeah. So there it is.
See, that's what I was thinking, because then she could be Beth Ostrowski for business if she wanted to be.
Right.
But she's Beth Stern.
For monkey business.
I happen to be someone who isn't one of these cynics who thinks it's going to fail. I've seen you guys together. I think it's very strong. But there are a lot of
cynic?
open and, well, I mean, a lot of people, people email and saying all these statistics like second marriages don't work, 30%,
Right.
but
That's true.
tattoos don't work. I don't believe in any of that. But there are a lot of open-ended questions here. I mean, obviously, is she going to be Stern? Does she? The kids thing. I love you,
There is
man.
no-
I love you, man. But
there
that
is no
kids thing,
kids.
like,
Question.
because.
There's no question.
I
She
just
doesn't
think
want
she.
kids.
Okay, but if you're saying if that changed, she's going to come to you and tell you and you'll end it. That is
Right.
so much easier said than done.
Well, I know.
I mean, my God, she loves you so much. That's going to
And
be
you
a very
love her.
difficult thing to do.
Right.
But
we know that.
But other couples, in fact, there was a new statistic out about how many women over 40 are childless. It's a growing number of people.
And they're
this
lucky
is not an
because-
unusual thing.
They're also godless.
Listen, there are two women in this room right now. Lisa G, Robin Quivers. Both of them are barren.
Baron,
That's right. They're without children.
Baron
I
von
beg your
Munchausen.
pardon.
And they are
You
happy.
don't know what's in my past. No.
And oh, really? And if you really want to get taken, there are three women in this room. George.
Thank you.
Baron.
You don't know what's in my. You know what's in my past.
There are two bottoms and a top.
Although there's a child in Indianapolis
George, you don't
with
feel
my face.
you don't feel empty that you don't have children, right? I mean, you're
Well,
fine. You
we
have a
have
full
our
life.
surrogate children,
Dogs.
Marcus and Hannah. No, my grandniece and nephew,
Oh.
who live, just 5 minutes away, and they're over all the time.
So you have that outlet.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Brad and George? You seem to be happy being gay men. You don't want to be a woman, right? You'd rather be a gay man.
We're
not
men.
A,
We're
not
men,
a woman.
yeah.
Right, yeah. I mean,
Nobody
because some gay
dresses
men.
up
No,
okay.
we are who we are.
Some gay men
And-
don't want to be gay men. They seem to want to be women. And if you ask
Well,
them
I
if there was
guarantee you-
if it was medically
Depends.
possible for them to have a child, they'd want to bear a child. Like
Yeah.
you don't have that.
No,
right?
no.
Right.
If
But
we
I
did
bet
have a child,
I bet you George has been in drag a couple of times.
no.
No, what about Brad?
Not that I could remember. No,
No?
Brad hasn't
Okay.
either. No, we
Does
have
Brad
not.
privately have a girl name for you, like Sally or
No.
nothing like that?
Come here, Sally. Long toes. Of all the greatest Stern Show crazy fan theories,
Yeah.
I forgot about this. A few months ago, I was on the road, and months ago, and it was in Cleveland, and a guy told me that he's positive that Anthony is Robin's son. Yeah, that he thinks you, because you're so proud. And I said, well, aunts are very proud of their nephews.
I
Like,
can tell you
that is a
that's-
son that she had with some guy.
That's not true.
Who's Anthony?
Anthony's Robin's nephew, who's actually a brilliant
But
kid.
Lisa,
Went
you
to
don't have
MIT.
kids. You're fine. You're a very fulfilled woman, right?
Yeah, I don't have any regrets. I think that's a very unhealthy thing for me to start thinking about, and then it just starts snowballing.
What about that sweater?
What about your waistline?
I'm fucking with you. Let me try to put that sweater
So
on.
you
can be catty.
can Artie try on your sweater?
Let me try to put it
go
on.
ahead.
It'd be funny.
I love kids. Like I stop at all the strollers.
Lisa's so petite that this will
I
be
know,
fun.
this will be. I don't think he can get even, like, his fist inside the sweater.
Yeah,
Oh my God! It's gonna look like a little doll sweater.
It's going to be big and stretched out.
Go ahead, Artie. Put it on.
This is, I'm
Jason.
stealing Farley's classic bit. Fat guy in little coat.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, my God.
Jason is taking a picture.
Put the sleeve.
Help him.
Help him out, Lisa.
This will never fit you again, Lisa. Oh, my God. He got into it.
You know what, Artie? You should take his shirt off and put that on.
Look at him. He's still struggling.
He's in it.
So, Howard, did you get the ring? So, Howard,
Wow,
when's
you
the
look
big day?
great. You know,
Howard, are you married?
you know what? It looks like a cape, like on a superhero. Turn around. Look at the back of that.
You don't want to see me, man. I'm the gay Hulk. I turned pink.
Lisa, you got to lend them to that every once in a while. All right, Artie.
So I emailed Jillian Barbary today.
Yeah.
And she said, fuck off. Like so many of the people who I called. I've got that cam on, and I thought I saw Howard on a bike.
Lisa's so cute with her little clothes.
Are you coming to the cookie party?
Perfect.
Artie, can you get out of that sweater now?
Look at the headlines. No, I can't get out of the sweater. Robin boating. I spoke with Linda Christie, Robin. I'm going to do every story. She's the woman who capsized her sailboat and was rescued by Robin Quivers, who spotted Linda pulling her boat onto a marsh. Linda says there were no other boats on the bay, but then she spotted two women on jet skis approach. Linda says Robin was, quote, awesome. She was completely calm and very much in control. Robin gave Linda and her friend a ride back to land, and Lisa said Robin came back the next day on a kayak with a bunch of other people, and Linda waved to say thank you.
Perfect adventure for the weekend.
Robin and Jim news. Plus, Robin spoke with Shuli about her exchange of text messages with Jim Florentine. After he appeared on the Bubba the Love Sponge show last week, Robin says Jim never apologized for speaking publicly about the relationship so soon after the breakup, but said, quote, they pounded me for an hour and it felt like going 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. Robin says she responded to Jim saying, well, just imagine waking up to it and not knowing it's going to happen. Well, heating up there. The George Roast and George Takei gets roasted tonight at the Friars Club. I will be on hand to bring back a full report, as George will be roasted by a number of comics, including Gilbert Gottfried. I'll be there to make your life hell.
She just tied it in a bow around him.
Good
Lisa
day, LA
just
host.
tied it in a bow.
Good day, LA host Jillian Barbary says she's almost drove her car up the road when she heard Howard mention yesterday that he would invite her to the wedding. We've gone over this. Jillian was completely blown away by that, the fact that Howard wanted her to attend and asked if she would be getting Sal's invite now that he's apparently not going. Jillian also questioned whether she was actually getting an invite, saying that if Howard was just messing around for radio purposes, she'd completely understand.
Okay.
So Jillian would understand.
Yes, check us.
I'm going to try and get her in there.
For more, email us at Sirius.com.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you, Lisa.
Now, do I
Lisa
have to take
Lang.
it off?
I'm Steve Langford.
How are you going to get that outfit off?
Look at him.
It's spray painted on him.
You want me to try to get? I gotta, just tell me. I'll write you a check. How much is the fucking sweater?
You just ruined that sweater.
I
It's
ripped
just
it.
stretched out. Look
I
at
know.
it. It's great.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'll take you to Barney's. You could buy three sweaters.
I think Lisa looks really cute today in her outfit.
She does. I love this little whatever that
she's very
is.
pixie-ish today.
Yeah, great tan.
Great tan. Lisa, you ever get out in the sun? I mean, really, what's going on over there? You can't get out there? Why not?
Melanoma.
Because I'm really sensitive to, pre-skin cancer things.
Oh, okay.
Like I just had something removed here every time I go to the skin doctor.
All right. Well, you look cute. in
Well, I
your
wear a
outfit.
lot of sunscreen. I know I am. I'm whiter than Michael Jackson, I think.
Are you going to take that off?
I can't believe.
I feel pretty.
No, but I will go to Barney's with you.
No, you know what? I ripped their sweater, so yeah, I'll buy you.
Oh, you ripped it.
Okay.
Did you rip it?
It's ripped. Yeah.
No,
I ripped
no,
it
no.
back here, a
You
little,
did?
a little bit up here.
Oh, is your tag still on there? Her ID tag, I think.
You know
you're
what?
wearing
Actually,
that, too.
I don't have time to go to Barney's. Here's a 10. Just get 2 more sweaters.
Why don't you take Lisa to Barney's?
No, it's
Shopping
No, of
with
course I
Artie.
will. Yeah. I mean, I'll send my assistant.
I've never bought clothes there.
Really?
Wow.
No, yeah, you know what? I feel
Just
bad.
makeup.
You gave this up for the bit, so I'll go buy. I'll buy some Barney's. How's that sound?
I can't believe you've never been married.
Well, I don't know, Howard.
Lisa.
I never met the right girl. Oh,
No,
sorry.
I mean Lisa.
Now here we go with the violin music. You make it sound like you feel sorry for me.
No, I don't know.
We do.
Yes, you do.
I just feel sometimes you're lonely.
No, I'm never lonely.
Yeah.
I get the same feeling.
I think you were looking for that one great love, and it hasn't happened yet. Am I right?
No. I'm
No?
the happiest I've ever been, honestly.
What do
Have
you
you
do?
had a great love?
Yeah, sure, I've been in love.
Ed Lover,
But
right?
I was
Ed
younger.
Lover.
You change as you get older.
What's the closest you came?
What do you mean?
Were you engaged?
Yeah, just about.
Anybody ever ask you to marry them?
Not in those words.
You know what I mean?
What? Stop it.
I'm sorry.
No, see what you mean.
Yeah.
Nobody knows
mean,
what
you-
you're
I'm
talking
sorry,
about.
so I'll take it as a
No,
compliment.
you're too depressed to masturbate. You're
I'm not depressed.
shutting all
She's
that off.
uptight.
I'm not depressed.
You're a very attractive young woman. I mean, why not?
Thank you. Well, you can set me up with
Who?
someone.
She said to me, "Does Howard know any good guys?" I said, "No."
Everyone, I know tons. I know tons of great women.
But no good guys.
All my friends are assholes.
Yeah, I can see Howard can't stop setting me up on the weekends. What are you talking? I met a couple of. I met a
You
couple.
should be
Not on the
pissed.
air. I'm talking. I met a couple of best friends. Oh yeah, how about that setup?
Yeah, you should be pissed because he's not introducing
No,
you.
Artie wouldn't like these girls.
Really?
Oh no,
No.
that's such an insult.
No,
to
you
me.
would no.
Oh,
You wouldn't
why?
like these
Tell
girls.
me why.
Because you have a type.
No, that's
I know
not
what
true.
you like.
That's not true at all. I like hot broads.
And also, you're
That's
in
a
a very.
type.
You're also, although you're emerging from it, you were in a very dark place, and this would not have been good matchups. These chicks would have given you more shit than Dana did about the heroin and about the dogs and
Oh,
about
they
the this
sound
and
so
that.
uptight.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You
No,
would be-
I met a
no,
couple
you
of
would be
best
a
friends
tough-
who were. I never at that Valentine's Day party you threw. I mean,
Yeah.
I was with Dana. We were very happy.
Right. How could I set you up? You
It's
were with
amazing.
Dana.
It's amazing that I even
He
saw
wanted
another
to
woman.
set you up then.
Beth had a friend at that thing. Like, oh my, she.
Oh,
could,
yeah?
She could get free in the open field, and oh Nelly.
Is that right?
Yeah,
But you were with
I,
Dana?
I know. I'm not, but I'm saying.
he still has eyes.
Yeah, and you
I'm
know,
trying to think
and
who
I've
you were
been.
talking
Me and
about.
Dana. She was with some. She was also a model.
Oh, but she was with a guy, but
No, maybe. But
Yeah.
you know, things change. Look, Dana fucked up and
Lost you.
Yeah, chose whatever life she has now over a fat guy with heroin problems. Whatever.
though you do look good in that sweater, you could probably get anyone right now.
Lisa,
Pink is your color.
I know a lot of great guys. Lisa, do you like runners for bookie?
All right, well, thank you,
All right,
Lisa.
thank you.
Artie. I hope your sweater isn't too badly out of shape.
No, I'm going to take her to Barney's. I really will. We'll do this.
All right.
Oh, this poor girl.
Oh, it's a dress. That's very cute.
I think of Lisa as like Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo.
Oh, really?
like a stalker kind
Well,
of
no, like
person who
very
sees-
lonely in her job, good at her job, efficient, well dressed, well mannered, but secretly, lonely
Yearning, huh?
and yearning, and possibly could break the law.
Why don't you introduce her to that cop, the ex-cop?
The bad cop?
The bad cop.
Take care of the kid.
I so wish I could tell you what's going on with the bad cop right now. I so wish.
All right, when the day is right.
Yeah,
I
oh God,
understand.
because it's so fucking funny.
You lost the sweater.
I know. I mean, did you see this? It's him like this. So funny.
Did he really rip it?
I don't know. He does look good in pink, I have to say.
So what do you plan on getting at Barney's?
Oh, I don't know. I was just teasing. If he is insistent on it, then I'll go, and it would be a thrill. It really would be. I've never shopped there for clothes, so, and they have great stuff, especially jeans. So.
But what do you think of his reading the headlines?
He did a good
job, right?
No, it's cute. Like, there's a part of Artie you want to strangle him, and you want to say, just get better already, and what are you doing? And then you see this side, and you go, he's got a big heart, and he's funny, and so it's frustrating.
Can't be mad at Artie.
No, you can't be. Oh.
Is it stretched out?
Yeah.
Need a new one.
Should we try it on?
Try it on.
Barney's, here we go.
Oh.
That's all right. You go on a shopping spree at Barney's. You get about 25 skins.
Oh,
and
not
weight.
that bad. Not that bad.
The ends look a little stretched out on the sleeves.
You can shrink it up in a dryer.
No, it's really not that bad. It's more stretched out in here, which makes sense. I think he thought does it really look like it's worth $10? That's what he said. It's not that bad.
It's good as new.
Yeah.
Eric the Midget, you're on the air in Sacramento. All right, no Eric the Midget. I'll hang up.
You don't take that shit, do you?
Goodbye.
Oh, hello?
I guess he's not there.
Hey.
I guess Eric's not on the air, so I'll have to hang up.
Let's do it.
Hey, I'm here.
I'll probably have to hang up because I don't hear him and he's not prepared.
Yeah.
All right, goodbye, Eric.
Hello, Eric? Oh,
Hello, I'm here.
There's no Eric, so I guess we have to...
Yeah, we tried.
He waits all day and then he's not there.
Well, he always screams when we don't get to him. Now we get to him and he's not here.
Yeah, I've had it.
Shut up!
Hello, Eric? Are you there?
I'm here. Shut up.
I guess he's not there.
No, Eric.
Why would he waste my time like this?
What's wrong with him?
Hey.
Hello?
Hello?
Is Eric there, please? Hello?
I'm here, you
No Eric,
idiot.
I guess. There's no Eric.
All right, well, I guess we have to move along.
He's probably jerking off right
Yeah,
now.
he's fucking his bed as we
What
speak.
the fuck is your problem?
I
Well,
think
wait a
he's-
minute. Let's listen. Can we hear him snoring or something? Did he fall
He
asleep?
might have fallen asleep. I'll hold on for a second and see if I can hear him. I'm waiting, but I don't hear him.
I don't hear a thing.
I'll hold on for like 30 more seconds.
Where does he go?
He must go jerk off in his bed.
Retard.
He's probably buying an A's hat.
You think he had to go to the bathroom or something?
Maybe he's in the bathroom. I'll wait 30 seconds. I'll count down. 30,
Probably,
29,
probably takes forever. He's taking a shit.
28, 27, 26, 25, 24,
How that sound, you idiot? I've been here. I was on my other phone.
21, 20, 19,
I hope he makes it in time.
18. He'll make it in time. I have faith in him.
This is dramatic.
You know, he is wheelchair bound, and he might be hard for him to take a big dump and then get back to the phone in time. 15,
Yeah, I mean, if he went in there with reading material.
14. He's probably in there reading and jerking off. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ah, shit. I wanted to hear from the little guy.
I
5,
wonder what message he had for us today.
Probably
Something
2,
positive.
1,
Probably Johnny's not calling him or some shit.
0.
Langford should be fired.
Let's see if he's there now. Eric,
Eric?
one last time. Are you there?
Hello, stupid.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
We waited for you.
We waited for you. What is this hello stupid?
Clean your damn.
What were you
fucking hands
doing?
out. I've been saying I've been here.
I didn't hear you.
What were you doing?
Also, look at the fucking cam. I've been sitting here the whole fucking time. I have not moved an inch.
Were you in the bathroom?
Were you jerking off?
Did you see me move from the camera, retarded bitch?
What are you talking about? We were trying to talk
All
to
right,
you.
Eric,
You weren't there.
Because you weren't there, we've run out of time. So if you quickly want to say what's on your mind, go ahead. I can give you 10 seconds. Go ahead.
I have not moved at all.
All right. Well, we're
Is
wasting
that all
time.
you have to
Wasting
say?
his time with.
All right. Quickly.
6,
5, 4, 3, 2.
I was calling to apologize for yesterday's call. Fuck that.
What?
Bye.
What was that?
I was calling to apologize for yesterday's call, but fuck that.
You want to apologize?
To who?
Fuck no, now I don't. Fucking blind deaf ass.
Well, you've wasted so much time, we can't get to your
No
point.
tellers of
Call
the
back
radio.
tomorrow. Thank you. Please, next time, please be on the phone when I pick
That's
up.
right. Just get here.
Try to be more professional.
Thinking another-
Little fucking.
All right, Eric, quickly, what is
I
it?
love
What
this
is it?
kid.
What? Go ahead. There's been a mix-up. Go ahead.
I was calling because of today Johnny Fratto's magazine comes out, which is Mom Candy magazine, and also wanted to congratulate George on behalf of the JFSC on his upcoming wedding.
All right, thank you very much.
Very nice.
Very nice. All right, thank you, Eric. Bye-bye. All right, that was
Put your,
Eric the Midget,
Put your head back in your ass.
who was wishing George Takei a lovely future with his bride, Brad.
Well, that's very sweet of him.
Right.
But Brad's a groom.
There's so many terms in the gay community. You seem to know them all. I'm going to give you a quiz.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. What is a bear?
Sort of like Artie with a lot of, body hair.
Oh, my God.
Right, a big guy with body hair. That is correct. You have one right. What is a thoroughbred?
A thoroughbred?
Yes.
I don't know.
That is a gay man who has never had sex with a woman. A thoroughbred.
Oh.
How about you have a thoroughbred?
I am afraid I'm not a thoroughbred. Then.
What is twink?
A cute, soft, young, usually blonde, sweet thing.
Right, correct. A youthful appearance, a gay guy, very thin, very young. Okay, you ready? What is pig play? Pig play.
I'm going to take a guess at this one.
Right.
Kind of snorting in each other's crotches.
No, gay men who enjoy fecal play. Fecal play.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Snorting in each other's crotches. What the fuck?
That was a guess.
That's some guess.
What is a friend of Dorothy?
A friend of Dorothy is a straight person who's, friends.
No, it's a gay man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why? Because of Dorothy, the
Wizard of Oz. What is a rice queen? A rice queen.
A non-Asian who's into Asians.
It's a gay person who loves gay Asian people.
Right.
You're right. That is correct. You have another one right. It's 2 right, I think, so far.
No, I think I have 3 right.
3, okay. What is a size queen?
Someone who's interested in big cocks.
Right. What is a stromo?
Don't know.
A gay man who acts straight. A stromo.
Oh.
It's a homo who's straight, stray, stromo.
Oh, I guess I've been a stromo at one time.
What's a frat boy?
A frat boy is someone who dresses very preppy.
It's an older twink. A youthful, skinny gay guy, but older.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And they're usually preppy dressed.
Right. You know what a grower is, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell
you can
us.
guess.
That's a man who's very small, flaccid, but then grows to a very big, large penis.
So,
you know what?
That doesn't have to be necessarily well hung initially.
You know what highway to heaven means?
Let me take a guess at this because it's been a long time that I've been
out there.
Coming.
Nope.
Orgasm.
The area between the scrotum and the anus.
That's the taint.
Well, that's to straight people. For gay people, it's called highway to heaven.
Oh.
That's right.
You see, I'm not really out there with the larger community because I'm monogamous.
Do you know what a yestergay is? A yestergay?
No, I don't, but I can... Let me guess at it.
All right.
Someone who claims to have been gay but been turned straight?
Yeah, a gay guy who turned straight. Yeah. And a koala bear, finally.
Koala bear.
A koala bear is a guy with a reddish-brown pubic hair.
I didn't know that.
I thought it was a guy like me from Australia.
No, there it is, a koala bear.
So how'd I do?
Horribly.
I guess
You're hardly gay.
It reflects on my having been out of the.
You're out of the loop.
Out of the loop.
Good,
Yeah.
good, because I have the shivers from feeling awkward.
So, George, how do you think you did with Howard's quiz?
Well, I think I did fair and middling. I've been out of the circuit, for the last 2 decades. We don't go to bars anymore. We do our thing. So my memory of some of the terminology is with me, but some of the newer ones that are popping up, I'm not with it. So, I did not do too well.
I think after tomorrow's bachelor party, you're going to learn a lot more.
I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm actually looking forward to it. Now, this is
$160 million. You should benefit. I mean, you made the film.
I think he benefited.
I benefited.
I think he does benefit.
Do you have to split everything with Brian Grazier?
We've had that partnership for 20-some years. Everything
So
goes
it's
into the pot.
50-50 with you, too?
But you know what? 24 goes into the pot, too. And that's, Brian.
Nice.
And Brian produced that.
Oh, yeah.
So anything he
TV
produces,
show-
you get half of?
Huh?
Anything he produces, you get half.
Everything just goes into a pot.
Wow.
I see the name Imagine, which is your film company, your production company. I see your name on everything, Imagine.
Right.
I can't imagine how you guys can be that involved in all of these projects. What do? You farm them out to people? I mean, you can't be that involved in everything.
Well, I mean, it's a company, so we have some great executives,
right?
Karen Kahila and others who who do great work, and executive producers and directors.
Has Imagine had any failures that I don't know about? I mean, it seems like everything's a winner with you.
Well, let's keep it like that. Let's
Are
not
there
delve.
failures?
Of course we have disappointments.
What is your greatest disappointment?
Who, as a director, maybe?
Okay, what film did you make? I can't even think. What film did you make that didn't do well financially that you think should have been?
Well, I made a Western. With The Missing, with Cate Blanchett and Tommy Lee Jones. I loved this movie.
The Missing.
But we really couldn't get people to go see it.
Is that
so
right?
That happens.
The Missing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's your worst nightmare. You put in 2 years.
I see everything, and I don't think I saw that.
But I love the movie. I mean, so if you
Did it get good reviews?
Mixed reviews, but it's real glowing. Some loved it. Some didn't like it much at all.
I'm going to rent it.
It's good.
I will watch it.
I personally am really proud of it.
I missed that one. I really did. I mean, I see pretty much everything you do.
Well, we talked about Frost Nixon. You could.
Yeah, I love Frost Nixon.
But are there any that were personal disappointments that you thought, all right, you go into every concept, of course, with great expectations, that you didn't like the final result, that you didn't?
There's, there are always elements of everything that you wish you had another chance to do, and so forth. But I sort of quit talking about it because one time somebody said, "Well, what's your least favorite movie?" And I was talking, and it was a bunch of kids. It was high school students at a class, and I'm talking to them very frankly, very honestly, and I told them, and the look of disappointment because that was their favorite. So once I make them, it's not really up to me. It's people like the ones they like.
You shouldn't watch these films ever. Do you ever
go back and see them again?
Yeah.
I don't, unless I have to do a DVD 20th anniversary commentary, which I've been around long enough that that's starting to come up.
Right, and also you were honored recently. I have the DVD. I haven't watched it yet. There was like a whole commemoration of your career and all the films you've made. Right? There was a whole.
I didn't see that, but I know about it.
Why wouldn't you go back and watch these films? Well, I'd be proud of them.
I am proud of them. If I bump into them or something, and I watch a few scenes, but I saw them a lot. When we made them.
But when you let's say you're laying in bed and you watch TV and Splash comes on or something.
If I catch it in the middle, I'll watch a few scenes.
You will.
When I did we did a commentary for that a while back. I was really proud of it. I thought it worked great. We did a Parenthood one. Now there's going to be a new television series based on Parenthood.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Ka-ching.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
It's the same guy who created Friday Night Lights as a movie. I mean, as a television show for us. And he came to Brian and I and said, I want to do Parenthood, and I want to do this family. And we said, why don't you just invent your own family? He says, well, I love the structure of that family and those characters. And he wrote a fantastic script, and the pilot got picked up.
I mean, if you're not one of the wealthiest guys in Hollywood, then who is? I mean, you've got to be tremendously successful financially. I'm thinking this through. I mean, I started a production company. I used to make these productions. You couldn't get paid.
Right.
But you're able to.
But he manages,
You're able to make a living out of it. I
try to get paid as often as possible.
But how many projects do you consider every year that don't get, not everything gets picked up. Not everything gets a go.
Oh no. I mean, for me as a director, I'm always developing 5 or 6 things, and I can only do a movie every 18 months.
Right now, do you have 5 movies in mind that you want to make?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You mean that you're actively developing
the
script?
But will the screenplays come together? Could you ever get the right casting? So it's one thing to have an idea that you're passionate about, but then it's another thing to get it to the next level where you think we can really make a movie that's, going to mean something.
Why have you avoided making a superhero film? You've gone out of your way not to do Spider-Man. You could have been directing.
By the way, I know I said that on an interview a long time ago. I mean, this is not the recent iteration with Sam.
Batman,
Raimi.
Spider-Man, and Harry Potter. Even you turned down.
Yeah, well, I did. Yeah.
Were you regretting any of that?
No, because I didn't think look, I'm not a comic book guy.
You're not.
I did as a kid. I wasn't reading them. I'm not crazy. So
in other words, you had a life
to make those movies.
Actually, we saw his life.
I was working. I was a little busy working.
We saw his life.
I was obsessed with comic books as a kid, but then again, you as a kid, I mean, you were doing some cool stuff. You were on TV.
I was on TV, but the thing is, if you're going to do those movies, you can't be cynical about them, and you can't manufacture them. Right. I think you got to love what you're doing, and that's and I've been fortunate. The movies that I make, the whole array of them, whether it's comedies or How the Grinch, fantasy like How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Angels and Demons. These are ideas that fascinate me.
Did you see Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it very much. And of course, my daughter Bryce was in the third one.
And I want to ask you about Bryce in a second. But did you see Star Trek, the new one?
Yeah.
State of the art, right?
Liked it very much.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams did a fantastic job.
But do you want to do something like that? I know you've done real space movies.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the fantasy movies?
I would, fantasy, and I'm actually working on a couple of sci-fis.
Yeah? Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
J.J. Abrams asked me how his movie was going to do, Star Trek. I had seen it, and I said, you're going to make $79 million. And he said, if I get $79 million, I will give you a blowjob, he told me.
So and we haven't seen him since.
Turns out he's a bullshitter.
I can't get all of him.
He's one of them Hollywood bullshitters.
Empty promises.
Are people in Hollywood bullshitters? I mean,
really, Ron? Are they?
I think when it comes to blowjobs, just pretty much all the time.
You promised blowjobs and not giving them. Tease. But I'm waiting for it. And I don't. Since he's blowing me, I don't think that's gay. For me, I mean, for him it is. But who knows? I don't know. You figure it out.
79 million. There's no gay, straight. It's all the same. Everybody's having fun.
But
everybody understands.
No, but there are people you've worked with that are horror scenes, right? You've worked on movies that you've absolutely hated working. You once said, I think you once said that Val Kilmer was a nightmare to work with.
He was pretty erratic. He had nightmarish days.
Yeah,
there were nightmarish days, and then there were great days because he's talented,
But for an actor to dick around with you is so stupid, because here you are successful. You might use them in every single movie.
That's right. You might make another movie.
What kind of jackass?
I'll tell you
piss
something.
You off?
I don't want to.
Val Kilmer.
Right. Why later I worked with him again on something. But
you did?
Yeah. But the thing is,
Val built a deck at Ron's house.
And he's his carpenter.
And he had some real nightmare days.
And he later did he played Jim Morrison. He did The Doors, which is an imagined movie.
Yeah, right.
And look, because I started off as an actor.
Right.
I understand.
You understand these crackpots?
I understand. It's a very emotional
MP was a real
job.
asshole.
And that Barney, oh my God.
There were moments. I'll be honest. There were moments. So I'm sympathetic to all that. And at a certain point, if somebody's making it difficult, I acknowledge that too and try to work through it. But I cast them for a reason, and it's because I want what they can do when the cameras are rolling. And it doesn't matter much,
but
how
Tom
I feel
Hanks
about
doesn't give you any trouble.
Oh well, Hanks is kind of a
so
dream.
Easy, you see, I might use him in my film.
Tom is unbelievable, and he's got complete integrity about what he does.
He shows up on the set. He knows his lines.
More than that, I mean, it's first of all, it starts with a script, not in some sort of bullying superstar way. He's a great writer himself. He contributes, and he leads by example. Like if you're working out there, we were working in Rome. We were working in Rome.
How long do you spend on Angels and Demons? I'm not talking about developing. I mean, how long do you spend shooting this thing?
I guess about 4 months.
4 months.
80-some shooting days.
Okay.
And so we were filming high pressure in Rome.
Right.
We started the movie in Rome.
Right.
And we only had limited amount because it's the summertime. It's tourist season. They probably the Vatican is not thrilled we're there anyway.
Vatican doesn't like you. They feel you're anti-Catholic.
Right. So
why though? I don't get it.
You never read the books.
Yeah, but
why is Ron anti-Catholic?
Because he's making the movies.
Apparently that's.
If you give the Vatican $10 million, they'll look the other way.
Right.
Where were you when I was trying to figure this movie out?
In Jersey.
He was in jail.
That's right. You'd have to bail him out to get his
I had to bribe a priest.
Why? Sir, explain it to the controversy to me with this movie. Why are
well, it's turning out to be not so controversial now that some members of the church have actually started seeing it. We actually got a review from a Catholic publication that said, "Hey, it's fun. It's smart and it does no damage to the church." Two nuns. I don't know. It's the Ebert and Roper of
Nun League or something.
I don't know. Reviewed it and they said it was really great. They really enjoyed it. And they weren't threatened by it.
I don't know if you heard, but they've been defrocked.
They had one criticism for me, about like just the way I shot one of the action scenes. So everybody's a critic.
The
right?
action scene.
Yeah.
Well, nuns were like, the car chase wasn't believable.
We had to hold it back for PG-13, and so they didn't like that.
So you're excited about this, but nervous. And is there a competition in the family? Your daughter is starring in Terminator.
Well, it doesn't come out for another week.
All right, so you're not the same weekend.
No, not the same weekend.
No, but are you rooting for her?
Of course,
you are.
Of course.
But is there a competition in a sense?
You think he would want to demolish his daughter's film?
Yes, it's Hollywood.
I mean, let me ask you something. This is a tough question. This is very Sophie's choice.
Okay.
If you could wish that your film makes over $100 million,
right,
and is a huge success,
right,
but that would mean your daughter's film has to bomb.
Bomb.
Wow. What would you take? Yours has to bomb, and her film is great. Who would you choose?
You got me.
Be honest.
I wasn't expecting it. What time is it?
You want your film to succeed over hers. Of course.
Well, I have a profit participation, and she doesn't. So in the global scheme of things,
it's good for the family.
Are you surprised your daughter's career is doing so well?
She worked so hard at it, and could have been great as a kid, but I never would let her. And I have another daughter who's just left NYU, Paige, who had a cool part in
Tisch.
Adventure.
She went to Tisch?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you let your daughter act when she was a kid?
Well,
what's wrong with that?
It's real. You know what? I was lucky. My dad was is still. Matter of fact, he's in Angels and Demons. He plays one of the Cardinals in Angels and Demons. It's very cool. He really was, because he's a freelance actor. He had a lot of time. Two things: he had free time when he wasn't working, and B, he really knew the ropes. And he was a great supervisor to have around the set. He was a great safety net. And Cheryl and I were not feeling like we were willing to dedicate that kind of time. Plus, look, the whole, following in the footsteps of
Dad,
who happened to have been in two, iconographic shows that were, with Opie and Richie and all that. Very hard for a kid to shouldn't have to compete with that.
I agree.
And last but not least, most kids don't really make the transition from childhood into adult. So if you're really serious about it as a lifetime,
a beaver,
you want to start go to school, immerse yourself in it, and then make a career out of it as an adult. Yeah.
Well, do you think that you're angry with your father for putting you in the business at a young age?
I'm so grateful.
You are
grateful beyond words,
but
because it worked out.
Well,
I love
he was running around shooting movies at home.
But hold on
anyway.
a second.
I always
wait
loved
a
it.
second.
Right.
All right.
Dr. Stern.
Let
me lie down here.
Go lay down. I don't believe what you're saying. I think he's saying that publicly.
Okay.
What do you think he's doing at home?
I think at home he's on a psychiatrist's couch and saying, my father, instead of being a father and protecting me, put me in that horrible business. That's what I think.
It worked out so well for me.
You are so turned off to parents who put their kids in acting. You probably don't even like when you have to work with kids on the set and you see these yentas who put their kids in these movies.
Some are great and some aren't. Some are great and some aren't. But I tell you what, it's a lot of work, and you better be responsible about it. And here's what my dad did that was great, and my mom. I never felt that.
But why did they need
career.
to do it? Why did they need to put you in TV and Andy Griffith? Did they need it for their ego? Did they want you to support the family?
How did it happen? Did somebody see you, or did they actually send you out on auditions?
The way it happened was I started working really young. And like at 4 when we were living in New York.
So they took you to places.
Yeah.
See?
And well, the way it really started was that my dad was directing summer stock, and I started picking up on the dialogue that the actors were doing because they had no babysitter, and I was hanging around watching. Everybody thought that was adorable, and so I was doing these scenes. And my dad and I would do these scenes for friends or whatever coming around, and I was pretty good.
Isn't it a miracle that your life ended up not like, Leave It to Beaver's life or...
it's a kind of a miracle.
Eddie Munster. I mean, you really made the transition beautifully.
They point to two people, him and Jodie Foster, the two that sort of made it.
Do you get together with Jodie Foster and say, look how lucky we are?
We haven't done that.
Like
but,
a group?
The group of successful child actors?
Kurt Russell was a pretty successful child actor, too, who I've worked with.
There are a few.
But it's and I look. Here's the thing. I always loved it. So where I think kids run into trouble,
right,
is two ways. One, they don't really learn how to act very well. My dad was an excellent teacher. I was around good people. The environment was good. It was very constructive. I was actually learning how to do something.
Right.
Not
In
just
other
be
words,
like a trained animal.
Not a cute...
Now, smile, or now
in other
a
words,
fake
Ron,
tear.
you, the kids rely on their cuteness more than the actual acting.
You
Not
always
really
treated
learning
it
how to be in a scene or
as a craft.
And so that was and that was a huge advantage. And the other thing is that I had no ambivalence about it. So most people go through that adolescent period where the work slows down. That happened to me too, and that's just reason enough to be discouraged. And it wasn't for me. In fact, it's one of the reasons I wanted to become a director was because I loved it so much, the whole process, the whole environment, that I didn't want to be sitting around waiting for phone stirring. You know, I wanted to be the catalyst for my own creative life.
Does your daughter ask you for advice, or does she do her own thing? Like,
does her own thing.
She didn't come to you and say, "I'm thinking of doing Terminator. Dad, what do I do? Do I do this film?"
No, just about never.
That's probably good.
Well, you know, the other thing I noticed about you, though, you didn't raise your children in Hollywood, so you don't have those Hollywood kids.
One of the reasons we moved east, but I'm not sure it has to do with the place. You were asking about Bryce. When we were driving to NYU.
Right.
To do her audition, because if you're auditioning for the Tisch program, you have to come in and do monologues and things like that. Right. So we're driving there, and I seem to be a little more nervous than she is, and I'm saying, so did you pick a monologue? Did you? She said, yeah. I said, do you want to do it for me just while we're driving? No, I don't want to do it. Well, why don't you just do it? Just run through it. You don't want to just go into the room cold. You want to just run through it. No, I'm not going to do it, Dad. Well, I'd really like to hear it. No, I got it. I'm a goddamn top 10 director. I want you to do your monologue from me now.
And she still wouldn't do it. Right?
She still wouldn't do it, and she got accepted.
I understand.
Well, I respect it. I respected it a lot better after she got in.
Did you secretly think, because it's really hard when it's your daughter, did you secretly think this is a mistake? What is she doing with her life? She doesn't have to do this. She could be happier doing something else.
One of the reasons we left L.A. was that I didn't want any of our 4 kids to feel compelled to go into the business, like it's all they knew. And so they grew up in an environment where they saw that there were a lot of people doing a lot of different things, and still 2 of them fell in love with it.
Did you bring them to the set when they were kids and all that?
Yeah.
That's where they fall in love with it.
Well, yeah, but two not interested at all. And God bless
what's with Bryce? She with a guy? Because
she's married.
Oh, she's married?
Yeah, to Seth Gable.
But he
very
can't
good actor.
compete with
White
you.
guy?
He can't compete
Seth,
with you.
the black guy.
I got a few black Seths.
There's very few black Seths. Not that you would have minded, but whatever goes. Whatever
sure,
goes.
she's in love.
Yeah. Show business is a different thing, though. If you bring your child to your work and that's your work, it's easy to fall in love with. Like, my father always took me to work, but I didn't fall in love with installing antennas.
No.
He was in show business, too.
So, you know?
I think that's the way
I love climbing roofs.
Are you comfortable with Bryce doing nude scenes?
Oh, that man! I'll tell you. Well, thank you.
I'm not. I know you now.
She had to do that at college. They had
was
this
naked?
experimental. Yeah,
that is wrong. Now let me tell you something. My daughter is a graduate of Tisch, and I'll tell you something. That's not right for the under the college auspices.
I brought my dad to the play.
Was it a male professor?
It was. Yeah, you bet.
That'd be like Professor Howard Stern. Bryce, I need you to get naked.
Productions are nude. Yes.
Well, this was sort of nonstop. I mean, she had her clothes on for about the first 10 minutes, but it was avant-garde.
Oh dear.
So anyway, my dad came to see the show.
Right.
And we're watching it, and I didn't realize quite how nude she would be for that period of time. And we're sitting here next to my dad and everything. And it's gratefully there was no intermission, so the show was over. And I turned to him and he said, you know what? That's courageous. And as an actor, she'll never have to be afraid again. And I thought that was the coolest thing for a 70-something-year-old guy to say about it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking, they make such a big deal about these Barrymores, but you're building like a little bit of a dynasty with the Howards.
It's not. It's not intentional, but it seems. Well, look, he left the farm. By the way, he didn't like farming any more than he liked antennas.
That's right.
But you know, watching your daughter nude in a play, to me, the only thing more awkward, and I've done this, would be being at a bachelor party and watching the groom get a blowjob next to the father of the bride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that might be more awkward.
Yeah.
Well, there were moments where you're, like, things are a little tense. There was like a little bit of fake stage violence there with a guy kind of dominating her, her and stuff. And it was, I had an impulse to like
beat the shit out of
try to tackle that son of a bitch.
I would imagine it'd be very hard for a kid to have a father like Ron Howard.
Sure.
And then you want to go into acting. I mean, I would just think it's crazy. And then, you think about all the people in your life, too, who you must feel the ugly green jealousy on your back when you think Chachi's probably staring at you.
I don't know that.
Potsy.
Well, in Chachi's reality show, did you see that part of? I don't know if Ron ever saw Scott Bale's reality show. Scott
I never
Bale
did. No, I heard about it.
I can't believe you're not obsessed with seeing.
Ron's brother, Clint Howard, is in a scene. They see each other.
Right.
And Scott goes to Clint Howard, and this had to be awkward for your brother, but Scott says to him, I've been trying to get in one of your brother's movies for years.
Oh, no.
I mean, that is like, what does Clint say to that? All right, let me make a call.
When you're casting a new movie, do you hear from these characters, this leech, all these guys, they want to leech onto you?
No.
Andy Griffith.
Major pain in the ass. No one in Hollywood is a major pain.
There's no way Donnie Most or Anson Williams has your number.
I talk to those guys all the time.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You really do?
Oh, yeah.
I believe it. He's clearly like...
Ron, how are you going to get rid of these guys?
It would be in the tabloids if he didn't take their calls.
I know.
You know what, Ron? I'll tell you how I got rid of my buddies Anthony and Vinny.
You know where Ron talks to them? In court. He's got a restraining order. I'll see you guys next month when I renew this. What do you mean? I mean,
they're friends. They're great friends.
You're still friends with Mel Gibson? Is it hard to maintain a friendship with him after he goes through a controversy?
I haven't talked to him in ages, but he's kind of
dropped him.
He's.
I knew it.
I realize, he's kind of he's kind of not around L.A. He's not around New York, and
but he's ruined himself. He had a perfect.
Oh, I don't think so.
He had a perfect. Come on.
Well,
let's stop the Hollywood bullshit. The guy.
The next time he stars in a movie, people are going to want to see him because he's a good actor. He's a charismatic guy. He's a great director.
Miss California. Are you really going to listen to what he has to say about people and religion?
Forget that. I'm just saying that he had everything going for him.
Sure.
Great director. I love his films.
Yeah.
And all he had to do was keep his mouth shut.
And then the Jew incident.
Yeah.
But Ron,
now he's dumped the wife. He's Mr. Catholic. He's dumped the wife.
Right.
And he's running around has a person holding a sign up of his new girlfriend's name when he's so they get the spelling right.
He was the first guy, if he were on the show, to say, he wrestles with demons all the time.
He's Mr. I know it's true. He's Mr. Catholic.
Yeah.
That would be like Mr. Met dating a chick.
You are squeaky clean. You got to be one of the smartest guys in Hollywood. You don't screw around.
Right.
We never get to hear these chicks you're banging.
Right.
You keep it on the QT.
How do you do that? How do you keep it so quiet?
How do you have sex with these actresses and it never ever comes out in the press?
Keep it so
what I want to know from
Talk
Ron
about
is
that for a second, and then we'll get back to Angels and Demons.
And how do you get heroin secretly?
Yeah, how do you score heroin and no one knows? By the way, Angels and Demons is opening this Friday in theaters everywhere. That's why Ron's here. He's not here for.
He doesn't like our fooling around.
He's not here because he likes talking about the Tisch School with Howard.
That's a good school, but Angels and Demons is really good too.
Angels and you're saying it's a good movie.
That's why you ask at the beginning, am I nervous? And I'm more excited because it's a real audience movie. It's a thriller. Look, the first Da Vinci Code, the impetus for making it was this almost philosophical, theological challenge to the church, And it was, by the way, we tried to make it a mystery and a thriller, and that's the way the book was. This is really start to finish, mystery thriller. Has much more action. It's one of the reasons I've never done a sequel, but I felt like as a director, it was a whole different kind of movie to make in a lot of ways, and audiences from our screenings and so forth really, really liking it, and so that's why, of course, I'm nervous. Of course you do. You got Brian Grazer breathing on his neck.
What's the take? What are we getting out of this thing?
But Speaking of sequels, need to show it to audiences because I think people are going to get a big kick out of it.
Speaking of sequels, were you ever offered Apollo 14?
Yes, he was.
The end of the first Da Vinci Code. I love the Da Vinci Code, the movie, by the way.
Thank you.
I didn't read the book, and I got it. At the end, you sort of allude to the fact that young girl is the descendant of Christ.
Yeah.
Now, so does it pick up right from there?
No, it's a separate adventure. In fact, this book was actually written before.
I don't need to see the Da Vinci Code in order to see Angels of Demons.
No.
Good.
But I think it definitely benefited us to make it a follow-up, even though the Angels and Demons as a novel was actually published first. But it's a more intense story. It's more violent. And I think the fact that Langdon's already been through the one adventure and now is kind of going deeper into this world of, here's all that can happen surrounding these sort of mysteries.
In light of Star Trek's success, are you sorry you didn't put Kirk or Leonard Nimoy in the movie?
Yeah, because Leonard Nimoy actually seems to be the one you need to get.
Out of nowhere, Spock shows up.
To me, I would do that if I was a director. I would just throw these guys in it just for the hell of it. What do you want, Gary?
I got a question, man.
Really?
Yeah,
You're going to interrupt my fantastic interview with a potentially disastrous question? By the way, didn't Tom Hanks... Do you know what happened to Gary? He threw out the first pitch at Citi Field. Do you know about this?
No.
Oh, you got to put this in a movie.
Really?
This is your next film.
We're not going to show this to every A-lister, are we?
No. Listen to me. Didn't Tom Hanks throw out a first pitch and you caught it, but it was a disaster?
I couldn't catch it.
It was so far askew from what it should be.
By the way, we were warming up. We even warmed up in the bullpen.
Right.
And I thought, Tom's, man, he's got some heat, and he's a pretty big guy, and he was bringing it, and just lobbing him in, but it had zing. But we got in there, 50,000 fans.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And their number one player stepped into the box. So now he's got a guy here that he doesn't want to hit because the guy's a superstar and Japanese, and that would be very impolite in Japan.
Right.
My brother Clint said, he should have screwed that. He should have brushed him back.
Yeah, a little chin music.
Should have put one right between the 4 and the 7.
This was in Tokyo.
Yeah, it was in Tokyo.
Right.
And so Tom, very good athlete, threw it 8 feet wide and in the dirt. I made a nice lunge, which I can verify because I had dirt on my pants. I really tried.
Right.
And I went to the backstop. And
how come we never see that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mine was on Kimmel last night. That's how bad it was.
Here
really?
it is. Take a look. There you go. There's Gary at the now. He completely misses the catcher and it goes. It hits the umpire.
Gary, you did way worse.
Yeah.
Worse than Tom Hanks.
If I could say, because he wasn't girlish when he threw it.
Yes, I know.
That's the point. You got to just whip it. You got to whip it.
It didn't lob up and over to the right.
I got it.
Gary, you were such pain in your face.
I know.
Ron Howard says how girlish you throw. Unbelievable.
Can I ask Ron the question I came in to ask him?
The question has now changed.
No. I heard that when you were making The Grinch that Jim Carrey was complaining about the outfit.
Yeah.
And somebody said that you put the full outfit on one day. It came in to show him that it wasn't so bad.
Well, it wasn't that. I'd always told him that out of sympathy, someday I'll wear it. Because he would say, man, this is brutal. But by the way, to Jim's credit, I got to say, early on, I said, should we adjust it? Should we simplify this thing? Because, I don't want this to be a nightmare. And he said, no, this is the look. This is what we got to go for. So he toughed it out, but he was miserable. And so one day as a surprise, just to kind of boost him at about the halfway point when things were getting pretty low, I showed up in the outfit.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
It was fun.
You brought up your brother. Is it hard for your brother to have you in the same business as him? And you be so super successful. I mean, do you guys sit down and work that out? And you ever say to him, listen, Clint, this has got to be awkward.
Right.
Because I'm so goddamn successful. There's not too many people who are so successful like you.
He has a theory.
Go ahead.
We're very close.
Right.
Really close. I love working with him.
He live near you? Do you guys that close?
He lives in the house.
No.
He lives in the house?
No.
I didn't know that.
No, he lives near my. He lives in L.A. still.
Right.
He's in the Cato Kalin track.
But he's got a great life.
Right.
And he loves what he's doing. And he looks at the way I work, and he says, I don't want to work like you.
Right.
And
are you a workaholic?
Probably.
So he's lazy on top of it.
Oh, Jesus. Is
that what you're saying?
He's got a great life. I sort of wish I had his peace of mind in a lot of ways.
Do you get to see your wife every night? Or are you one of these
Pretty
guys
much, yeah.
who casts his wife aside and doesn't really...
Do you know your wife anymore?
She's not cast assideable.
She is not?
No, she's fantastic. Well, look, we met in high school. We're going to be... what year is this? It'll be 34 years this June.
Wow.
Congratulations. I mean, that is a major success story. And you still enjoy banging her, and you still enjoy the sex, right?
I think on the phone last time
we got into this a little.
I said that I was having sex while I was doing the interview.
That's a pro. That is a pro.
Well, it was actually that was a joke, actually.
Your wife must be a spectacular person.
She's a great person.
She can hold your attention. I mean, you work with these beautiful actresses. I mean, it's one after another.
She's
you could be getting laid 99% of the time.
She's it wouldn't be the same. And she's fantastic.
The lovemaking is still as good.
And that's great. Well, I mean, yeah.
And she still gets a excited over you.
Or she's a better actress than we all.
He's got to have willpower. Like, Ron is the kind of powerful guy to where it's like, I remember talking to Norm about this. If you're going to send Norm Macdonald,
right.
if you're going to send a woman out, if you're going to send a woman out to Hollywood,
yes,
who's a friend of yours, the best advice to give him is, look, if you're going to be a whore, be a smart whore.
Right.
Like, if you go on a movie set, know who to fuck. Don't fuck one of the actors. Don't fuck a writer ever.
Right.
Ron's the guy you fuck. Like, Ron is the guy you
Do
approach and
actresses
fuck.
throw themselves at you? I mean, you're a handsome guy. I mean, you're a nice looking guy.
No, in fact, I think I get along really well with all the actresses because they're just, Do
you fantasize about them at all? I mean, it would be natural to fantasize. They say directors fall in love with their leading ladies. I mean, they have to a certain degree.
Yeah, yeah.
So is it discipline, or is it just that your marriage really is that great?
My marriage really is that great, and I also I wouldn't want to blow it. I wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't want to give up what you have.
I wouldn't want to give up what I have for a second. And
prenuptial agreement? Not back then.
No.
Where'd you meet her? Was it
high school?
High school.
John Burroughs High School.
No kidding.
Yeah. Miss McBride's English class.
Did you get laid a lot during the Happy Days years, or was it just strictly your
we were
wife?
already together.
This is unbelievable.
He's going to get very upset now.
So you really were, you weren't Fonzie.
Yes, because you didn't take advantage of all your fame.
I mean, do you fantasize about what it could have been like if you hadn't got, I mean, the endless parade. It must be amazing.
Who was getting laid on that set? Tom Bosley?
Sometimes I fantasize I'm you and what I could have had.
You know what I don't get about Ron, though?
What?
Why lead such a wonderful, because I'm a Roman Catholic.
Right.
Why lead such a wonderful, sinless life and then make these movies and go to hell?
To blow it on a movie.
Now listen, the movie is called Angels and Demons.
Right.
You know that Ron's a good director, so you should just go based on that. I mean, has he ever let you down?
A Beautiful Mind.
A Beautiful Mind.
Best movies ever.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
unbelievable.
that's some movie.
Yeah.
What's with that maniac, Russell Crowe? What's he up to?
He wasn't throwing phones.
He's doing
on
Robin
that
Hood
set.
right now.
Is he doing
with
Robin
Ridley
Hood?
Scott for our company, for Imagine? Brian's producing.
No kidding.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. It's so cool. I mean, it's like the Gladiator version of Robin Hood because with Ridley Scott, they're not making it whimsical or it's tough out there.
I would go see that.
It's really a
They're
good
actually
script.
acting like there were no conveniences back then.
It's a really good script.
And his accent's better than Costner's?
It's fantastic. I'm telling you, it's going to be great.
I would hope.
Have you ever had the experience, though, of working with an actor who had a difficulty, a real problem, and you really had to work with them, or, I mean, either a substance abuse problem or,
No, I've never had that.
Never had that.
I mean, I've had people probably who did, but they were functional while I was dealing with them, So
yeah, I'm functional.
All right, good.
He works, first of all, he's working with the
gets good
top, the
people.
creme de la creme. He doesn't have to work with these crappy guys.
Sometimes, even a Robert Downey Jr. has had his problems.
Yeah, but he's so
No,
great.
I've never had anybody who, seemed to be losing it in that way. Or maybe a couple of like secondary charters where you sort of knew.
Do you think at this point you could put out a movie with an unknown actor? Because most of your movies, you have a guy like Tom Hanks or you have Russell Crowe, because they're bankable. In other words, you know that if they're in the movie, you got a better shot at getting an audience in there. Would you ever go back to taking a chance with somebody who doesn't have any kind of?
Well, yes, I would. And and with you talked about Frost Nixon. I was really ultimately went with Michael Sheen and Frank Langella, who are known,
right?
But
they're not big box office guys.
Not big box office guys, and that was the right thing to do, and it got the Academy Award nomination.
I was disappointed in Frost Nixon just because I thought it was going to be about Otis Nixon, the guy in the Braves, the Adolf hitter.
Oh, yeah.
So life is good. We're excited. Angels and Demons coming out now. You're on the promotional tour. Where are you going after this?
We're finished. When the movie opens, I've been to France. I've been to Rome. We had a premiere in Rome, which was very interesting.
Did you go on Letterman?
No, I'm doing the top 10 list later this week, and Tom did Letterman the other day.
I see. So you're really out there pushing.
Yeah.
Well, I like that. Yeah, no, listen, I'm excited to see it. In fact, they sent over a screener, which will make me a hero.
Yes,
because I will invite people over and I will have a
You'll
screening.
be screening a film.
Can I be one of those people? Or
no, I don't want
to.
But Donnie Most and Anson are coming over.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm Howard's Donnie Most.
It's a star-studded screening.
Hey, Ron, can I just say something, Ron? I never pitch myself for movies.
I know what you're going to say. Well, you want to be in Happy Days in Space. Would you ever produce
I would
something?
love that.
Happy Days in Space.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know, when I was on heroin, I got to work here every other day. Right?
Every other
That's pretty good.
Ron.
And I'll wear whatever outfit you want. I'm not like that Jim Carrey jacket.
I am going to recommend to my audience to see Angels and Demons, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because you've got credibility with me.
Well,
I know you're not may I say, shithead.
This is no hack.
They're just going to put out a bad
That's
movie.
a nice. Can we put that quote? Directed by a guy who's not a shithead.
You're a decent man. You obviously have an eye for a good movie. You know how to tell a story. So I can guarantee you it will be good.
Thank you. I think you'll like it.
Is the movie tracking well, as they say? That means you're on course to make how much? $100 million the first weekend?
What, here in the U.S.? No, not that much. But worldwide could be 100 million. Yeah, maybe
sure.
more.
Yeah. Listen.
It's all green, baby.
Who
knows? Do you and Brian Grazer trust each other so much? If you say he's working on something, do you trust each other so much that you just know it's going to be fine? And like, how often do you check the dailies of Robin Hood?
No,
you never do that.
No,
right?
but it's we trust each other and that we know everybody. We're both trying to do great stuff,
right,
and in a business where it's impossible to bat 1,000. But what you do is you give it everything you got with stories you care about.
Right.
It's you're doing great, and I can't wait to see Angels and Demons. And everyone go see it. Opening this Friday in theaters everywhere. The great Ron Howard. There's so much even more to talk about. I mean,
just skim the surface, didn't we?
Just skim the surface.
We don't know if he's ever banged a black chick.
He hasn't. I believe
he
his
never
wife.
had time.
Your wife's the only one you've had sex with, right?
And what's that wheel of sex back there?
That's what you're going to do here next time.
Okay.
Your next film, you come in, you spin it, and you do whatever's on the wheel.
Is that the way that works?
You're going to change high-pitch Eric's diapers.
My goodness.
You're going to get a chocolate bandit from Sal.
I was avoiding one question, and I walked right into a deeper trap.
Yes.
No, you've only had sex with your wife.
That's true.
Is that true?
Is that really true?
I would say that's true.
Wow.
You're almost like Donny Osmond. I mean, it's I interviewed him once.
Yeah.
And he'd only had sex with his wife.
Right.
And I said, boy, I was kidding around with him. I said, she must give the best fellatio. He goes, I would never ask my wife to do that. I said, wait a second. You've never had a blowjob.
Right.
And he said, that's right.
That's right.
And he said, I won't ask my wife for one. She hasn't done it, and I'm never going to ask her.
Wait a minute. Who said that?
Donny Osmond.
Oh, Donny Osmond.
Wow.
But Ron's edgier than Donny Osmond.
You think?
I would, without being very specific, I would say we're a little more adventuresome than Donny.
Ron, you never fucked Pinky or Leather Tuscadero?
Why not?
Now that was the fantasy.
Yeah. I bet it was for
Did anyone bang him? Henry? Tom Bosley? Anybody? Marion Ross got in there? The kid who played your older brother who was there for 2 episodes?
Well, wait a minute. When you sit around and you look at their cast, what is this with Chachi and all the beautiful girls in Hollywood?
Kid's a player.
What a list. He ain't no Ron Howard.
That he was going to be the guy who was at the gateway to Hollywood banging every beautiful chick?
He was a handsome, charismatic guy and huge star in television for a long, long time.
But
and he's a good actor too. I mean,
but isn't it sad? I mean, I think he womanized a little too long.
You think so?
Yeah, I think at some point he should have matured and said, I've been through every Pamela Anderson type.
Right. Well, maybe he's doing that. Didn't he just have a kid?
Yeah.
No, you're not buying it?
I don't buy it.
Did he ever call you for advice or anything on that?
Yeah, we've spoken to him.
Yeah.
That's what you call it, a womanizing
Didn't
advice.
listen to a word I said.
No. Well, see, I'm gonna listen. Would you say put Leonard Nimoy in
every film?
I put Spider-Man in every film. Why not? Spider-Man meets Angels and Demons. Why not? That's a huge success story. I don't know. I would do that.
When the franchise gets to that point, I think it's time to end it.
The Spider-Man code. I have a different outlook on. I have a different outlook on this relationship Ron has with his brother. To me, if I were Ron, I'd be incredibly jealous of Clint because he's in one of the best episodes of The Odd Couple ever.
Yeah, he's done some good stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good actor.
So to sum up, really, it is amazing that a guy in Hollywood who's attractive and wealthy and this and that has only had sex with his wife for his entire life. It's quite remarkable.
It's pretty remarkable.
Who's the attractive guy?
It's a real...
I'm sorry.
I thought you wanted to work with
You're
this
not
guy.
attracted to Ron?
This guy, Ron Redford over here? Are you kidding me?
Oh, you know what I mean. I mean, there's a certain beauty to that.
Well, I think so, and I'm grateful
sadness.
for it.
I'm not sure.
In Jersey, it's an incredible sadness.
Listen, You have a story to tell.
Anybody you haven't worked with that you want to?
So a lot, so many.
Really? You're not going to name a name?
Well,
Howard Stern.
Hey, you were good in your movie. I
did a good job.
I went there not expecting much, and you were very, very good.
I showed sensitivity.
Yeah.
I was. You want to know something? I did win the Blockbuster Award for Best Newcomer.
Yeah.
Which is something Ron dreams of.
But I'll tell you what.
Right next to the Oscar.
Done, yes.
I believed. Now, you can laugh all you want. I deserved an Academy Award nomination for that film. All right. So anyway, let's see.
Isn't it true that
You said I can laugh all I want.
Isn't it true that Bryce's monologue was Howard talking to Pig Virus?
That's true. That's how she got into Tish. But she did it nude, which is brilliant.
That's where I first saw Giamatti, who I then worked with on Cinderella Man.
As a matter
and
of
he's
fact,
great.
yeah. I mean, I remember when we were testing for that part. We auditioned Giamatti 3 times. We weren't even sure, but Betty Thomas, the director, said this guy's got something. And then when I started working with him, my agent said to me, "This guy's going to be the biggest star ever. He's terrific.
He's great. He's great.
He's terrific." All right, look. Enough about me. We could brag about my acting all day, but we won't. We're here to celebrate your
You won't
film.
name one name of somebody you want to work with, huh?
What?
Pam Anderson.
There's so many. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Would you ever work with
Johnny Depp? Love to work with Johnny Depp.
What's the problem?
I just haven't found a script. I mean, Jack Nicholson. Love to work with Jack Nicholson.
What
Meryl
about this,
Streep.
What
Great.
about this Paris Hilton? No interest in her?
In Paris
I haven't seen the range yet in her performances that would.
Aren't you annoyed of those kinds of celebrities now, these reality star celebrities that have apparently no doesn't that bother you?
It's the antithesis of him, in a way. You know, it's like the direct opposite.
People are very entertained by those shows and those people. That's fair enough.
Those people.
Have you produced any of those shows? You don't have
No,
any.
our TV company hasn't gotten, but I think if we could think of a good one, we
Ron, good news. I'm on Paris Hilton's Twitter. She wants to work with you.
Let me see that.
I love the beautiful brain.
See Angels and Demons. That's what. Listen, Ron doesn't really care about any other of this. Quite frankly, he thinks this was a disastrous interview because we didn't spend 99% of the time.
You do keep mentioning Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons is a real story. In other words, told by a real filmmaker. And Ron needs you to go see this. Let's be honest. And believe me, you're not that busy. You can't go see this.
Hey, this weekend is the weekend to unbusy yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, spend 2 hours having fun. Big deal.
Yeah.
See Angels and Demons opening this Friday in theaters everywhere. Ron,
Thanks.
We're honored to have you here. After all, you're very important and we're very insignificant. And we'll be back right after these words.
Ron,
Hi.
how'd it go, man?
That was fun. The studio's great, and you do stuff on the Howard Show that you don't do anywhere else.
Now, Howard was a little concerned that you've only had sex with one woman.
He was a little bit thrown by that, I think, but not me.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we discussed Ben Stiller as a guest, what a great guest he is, how he always comes in, he's an A-lister, loves the show, and he's pretty open about his life, and he tells us everything that's going on. We dig him. Check it out.
And we're going to talk about Ben Stiller, longtime friend of the show, Ben Stiller.
Yeah,
Now,
he comes in to promote all his movies, and I think, listen, he's a big star. He likes us. You know, what more do you need?
Now, he and Howard, seemed that their relationship was going someplace, and then I guess it dropped off.
I thought Ben said something that was really telling and not a joke today. He said, yeah, you sort of dropped the ball. And Howard goes, really? I thought you dropped the ball. And Ben said, well, when I didn't get the wedding invite, I figured I was on the outs. And I didn't think that was a joke.
I didn't think that was a joke either. Did you, Benji?
No, but I also didn't think I didn't think about it too much.
You don't have a thought on it, do you?
I did think it was a joke.
How'd you think Ben looked today?
Skinny,
and his hair.
He had the funky hair.
Yeah. Do you think a couple people said he seemed depressed?
Oh, yeah, I got it. No, go ahead.
Do you agree?
I don't know. That's sort of his demeanor. He's sort of like the gets beat up, but he's a good guy. I mean, it's almost like the character in his movies. But he seemed a little downtrodden today.
Well, considering all his success, and he's been tremendously successful in movies, do you think he's a humble guy? I mean, is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, I mean, you can be humble, but like when they said that, when Ben said he doesn't know how many movies he's been in that have cracked 100 million, I was not buying that. I mean, you can be humble and still know that, because when you want to go in to negotiate a contract, I'm pretty sure you got to know what that is.
And today, I know he was promoting Night in the Museum, the next movie, but a lot of talk was about Tropic Thunder and the balls it really takes to make a movie like that.
I think he's really proud of that movie, as well he should be, because he's made some funny movies, but there's some people who go, oh, he makes light comedy, and that was a ballsy movie. And we were saying here today, imagine if you tried to make that movie and Sal was playing the black character instead of Robert Downey Jr. I always said about that movie, the reason why I loved it so much is because that could have gone horribly wrong, and it didn't. It was really well done and well written.
And he revealed that he'd been working on that for 20 years. Like, that was a long-time project that he really wanted to do, and it came out great. And, of course, Downey gets nominated for the Academy Award, playing a guy who's trying to get nominated for an Academy Award.
I thought the second I saw that movie, I said he should be nominated, because, again, that could have gone horribly wrong in the hands of another actor.
And I thought Jimmy did a great job just hanging during that whole interview, and then piped in, in the appropriate places.
Now, where was that?
Well, I'll get to that. First, we got to get to Ben's marriage, which it seems like he's got a great marriage, 2 kids, everything's great. But he was very honest. He said, all marriages have ups and downs. And, of course, immediately it's like, what do you mean ups and downs? And then Howard brought up the Neil Patrick Harris thing, which, if you missed it, clip number 2, Ted, here's, this explains it.
Neil Patrick Harris.
I was be it down. He'll be one of the
said
downs.
he never had sex with a woman. He had sex with your wife.
Well, now, I don't know if there actually was,
he says it was coitus.
You might not even know what that is.
And he said...
It was grosses.
He said... I knew then I was gay, because if this is one of the most beautiful women in the world. If I can't get excited over her...
Well, he must have been excited,
gay, right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
Now, now, what do you think of this?
I don't know what to think of it. I mean, I don't know if it's a compliment, if it's a backhanded, whatever. I don't know. I'm happy that he's happy with his own sexuality. I'm glad that he's figured it out.
Did she break the news to you?
Had she told you that she
I knew that they had dated. I mean, I never delved in for the details.
Right.
What do you say to that?
So he's finding out for the first time today that Neil Patrick said that on our show?
No, he was aware of it, he said.
He was aware that they dated.
No, he was aware of what Neil Patrick Harris said when he came in. But still, how do you have that conversation with your wife? Or you don't even have that conversation.
Well, first of all, do you want to hear about any of the dudes that your wife banged before she met you?
No.
Okay. Then, do you want to hear about the gay dude she banged who's like this really gay guy now?
No. But again, Ben knows what he's getting into when he walks into the Howard Stern show, and he rolls with things very well. The other thing he didn't want to talk about was Owen Wilson. And this is after talking about a bunch of different things in his personal life. But it seemed like Owen Wilson's attempted suicide was just hands off.
Well, they're really good friends. He probably doesn't want to talk about it. But he's like, I'm not going to talk about this. And he started to talk about it. And then it got really crowded in there, and he reeled back on it. But, I didn't think Howard was that out of line. He's sort of like, hey, you're directing a movie. You got just your life's work. It's a movie you worked on for 20 years. What do you do when a guy drops out?
Did you think that question was out of line, Benji?
No, not at all. And I didn't think... I thought Ben didn't handle it in a really good way. Like, I think he should... if he doesn't want to talk about it, it's okay. I would respect that. But it just... He made it like it was this horrible thing that... He made
the guy tried to kill himself.
No. That's horrible. But it's not crazy that Howard would say, like, how do you handle a situation like that?
Yeah, I think everybody's nervous when Howard brings up stuff like that. But I thought the question was a legitimate question. He probably said, hey, you know what, man? He's a great guy. We got somebody else for the movie. It was a tough time, and, we moved on.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discuss one of my screw-ups in the Bob Levy spelling game. And then somehow the conversation went over to Robin and her talking too much. That was my opinion. That was constructive criticism. And after you see what I have to say, I think you're going to agree with me. So check it out.
Sal, I'm glad you came down here. I see your stuff in your face. I'll give you a second. But I know you apologize for the misspelling and you blame Google and Gary and Robin and everything else, but ultimately you took responsibility for your mistake.
No, in an argument where one's right and one's wrong and it's Sal and Google, I think one is Sal, who was trapped in a pizzeria as a kid.
Hostage.
Hostage. And the other one is a company that recruits Harvard and Yale kids. So I don't know, Sal. It's
I think
a bad
you summed
matchup.
up. I think you summed it up right there.
But Sal, you did the greatest prank
prank ever, you and Richard. It was vintage, you guys, and then
thank
you
you,
fuck
Art.
up 10 minutes later. So explain the fuck up. We don't care about the podcast.
Exactly. Why'd you blame Google?
Talk about your fuck
Because
ups.
when Google didn't work, I went to Gary.
But did you take responsibility for the
Yes,
answers?
absolutely.
No.
I do take responsibility. And, I did it in a way where when I wasn't sure about the word, I Googled it. But the thing is, at the time, I never noticed the top. It says, did you mean so-and-so?
Right.
I just I'll type in cemetery, and then if I see, and I'll scan the page, and if I see that spelling, I assumed I got it right.
So it gave you all the hits on the other idiots that spelled it wrong.
That's exactly it, right. So I found on Google all the idiots just like me, and I fucked up.
Sal, when we were talking about it, though, a bigger issue came up, I think, which Gary alluded to, which is,
Sure.
I don't know, did you hear what he said? He said that you're telling Gary that he's your boss and
Right.
everything, and then away from Gary, you're like, you know what, I'm
Well,
doing just fine.
I said on the air that I screwed up, and then when Howard just kept pecking at me, I said, this is a time for a good old-fashioned Baba Booey moment.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're
this is
talking
something
about
different. You're
off
not
the air.
listening.
People are
I'm not.
telling me off the air that you're going around saying, I let Gary think he's the boss, but I know who's wrong.
Oh, no. I might have said it in front of the camera, but Gary, that's definitely not true.
I wonder.
so who
I wonder
am
if you didn't go to
Thank
the,
you, Sal.
Gary.
I wonder if you didn't go to the Stuttering John School of Disrespect.
No. Gary, you know more than I. Like, even today when we put a game together, I specifically break it down. I make sure that you know.
Sal, if you're going to go to a Stuttering John school,
I would never go to that school.
You should go to the Stuttering John School of getting an insanely great job without any skills school.
You should go to the Stuttering John School of I can't remember where I put my wallet.
You should go to the post Howard Stern job placement school because he's the fucking master of that.
Gary, do you believe that Sal respects you at your job?
I think for the most part he does, but I think Sal is one of those guys, who will say whatever needs to be said, where it needs to be said to make himself look good.
Well, I don't know about looking good.
Yeah, he's a jerk off.
Right, yeah, there you are. Yeah.
I was going for two-face.
Yeah, but I'm
a professional jerk.
I'm a jerk off
Yeah,
too.
but-
So, Sal, just say you're being a jerk off when you fuck with Gary like that.
I agree. And you know what? It's funny. I wanted to bring something up about Stuttering John. In the beginning, I liked what Stuttering John did, but it came to a point where it wasn't funny anymore. It was just browbeating. It got a little.
Are you talking about me or anybody?
I'm talking about Stuttering John.
With anybody?
With you.
Oh.
But
look who's talking.
I know. No, but I think
guy who built the wall of teeth in Times Square.
And I loved what John did and stuff to certain degrees, but I felt like it just wasn't funny anymore. It just was like it was mean spirited. And believe it or not, I'm trying to pull away from that. Today, it's been a while since I broke Gary's balls, but when you have like Howard looking at you, I feel like a third grader in the principal's office.
It's rough getting yelled at by Howard because it's impossible to win an argument because he's a good arguer.
For straws, and
sometimes you just got to own up to it.
And I did. But I'm grasping for straws, and he's giving me that look. It's like the fucking, it's like the Wizard of Oz looking down at you with the flames coming up and everything,
Sal,
I'm shivering like the lion, and all of a sudden I'm just like, where do I go? Oh, okay, Baba Booey.
Sal, do you?
He's my saving grace.
Hold on.
sometimes.
Deflection.
Do you
right.
understand why Howard was so embarrassed and upset?
Because I made him look like an ass. And you don't make Howard look like an ass on the show. I mean, I screwed up. The guy is running a show. He's doing the best he can. He can't stop and think, and cover everything. He's running a show. And then all of a sudden, it's one of those things he glanced over, and I made him look foolish.
Now, will you be insulted if you get an email tonight where Beth said you put a post-it on your computer and you should check Webster's dictionary?
No, I won't be.
But another reason he was mad, Sal,
But that was funny.
From a comedy point of view, was it ruined the bit.
Right.
It ruins the bit.
Sure.
If we can't spell, too, although Levy spelt existence, EXF, I think. But, so he looked really bad, but we look stupid, too, so the bid is destroyed.
Well, we're one big, happy, stupid family. I was stupid.
No, we're not.
And the first thing
we have stupid cousins.
And the first thing you said when you walked in there was, I know I'm stupid. I know you just. Do you feel like Howard just wanted to go down that road?
Yes, I wanted to kind of like cover my tracks by saying what he would say, so he would get it out of the way.
How did you know? How did you know what he was going to say?
Well, after a while working here, you kind of get the impression of what's going to happen. You kind of get a feeling of what he's going to say, and I knew what he was going to say as soon as he saw that, or whatever the fuck it is, and he called Gary, and Gary said it was. I knew. I mean, my heart just sunk. And I said, here it comes. Here comes the beating. It's been a while. And I walked in. It's
actually been a few days.
And it was like going to Bogey Land, like from March of the Wooden Soldiers. And I walk in there, and then sure enough, he just...
Sal with a great Laurel and Hardy reference.
Yeah, I was a big Laurel and Hardy fan. And
you smacked Robin a couple times, too.
It is like going to Bogeyland, though.
It's like Buster Keaton and Seven Brides.
It's like Harold Lloyd hanging off the clock.
With Robin, look, I like Robin. I'm not going to be one of those guys. I love Robin, but I like Robin. But she's got to know her place sometimes.
What is her place?
Well, yeah, what do you
know
mean
what I
by
mean? Well, there's a pilot and there's a co-pilot.
Back of the bus, Sal? Is that what you're saying?
No. That's a long time ago.
But what is it? You mean, in other words,
Not
Howard's a
long
pilot?
enough, Sal.
Howard's a pilot. She's got to sort of pipe down?
In certain cases.
But like what? Like a case like where Howard's browbeating you?
Right. No, there's a time to speak. There's a time not to speak.
Are you saying Robin's interrupting a lot?
Yeah, I'm surprised the bottom of Robin's sneakers are not on Howard's tongue. She steps on him so fucking much sometimes.
I agree.
She doesn't have track mark. I'm surprised she don't have track marks all over his fucking face from her Reeboks, because she sometimes just keeps interjecting. It's like, hey, you're going to fucking spew your garbage at 10 o'clock for 45 minutes. Get it all out then. Hold back a little bit.
You're calling the news garbage?
No,
That's
I'm
spewing?
just a figure of speech. Spew her stuff or whatever.
I feel like we're all like cannibalizing each other now. Like we're all like this.
Well, we're not.
Like we're all like he's yelling, Artie's talking too much. He's yelling, Robert's talking too much. I feel like come on. We used to be a family. What happened?
I'm trying to.
This is family,
Do
Gary.
you mean we're all eating each other?
It's a dysfunctional
Yeah, I know, but I feel like we're tearing each other down.
I know. Well,
but
listen,
even Artie agrees.
It is weird, Garrett. Lately, there's been negativity on the Howard Stern show.
I can't believe. No, I mean, Robin.
So wait, you said at 10 o'clock Robin should do her thing. So from 6 till 10, do you think she should just sit there?
No,
knowing that she's got the last hour.
No, but she should know her place. Like
she's like the number 9 hitter.
To me lately. I mean, if I love Robin, I'll give her constructive criticism right now.
I thought you said.
All right, you want me to tell the truth?
No. You didn't say.
I love Robin. This is not a diss. This is not negativity.
Let's hear what he has to say. What do you have to say?
Hold on.
I admire Robin. I look up to Robin. I pinch myself every day that I'm working with a great person on the Howard Stern show.
You look up to Robin because she's taller than you.
But if I may give her some constructive criticism, like she would for me, somebody you care about.
Okay. What is your constructive criticism?
Slow down on chiming in. Slow it down, Robin. Slow it the fuck down. When there's a guest on and Howard's mid-sentence in a question and she chimes in and she just demolishes that question with something from left field, sometimes it makes my hands crunch into a fist. Just take it easy on chiming in so much. Think about what you want to say. Think if it's that important to interrupt Howard Stern when you say it, and then take the approach, whether you're going to do it or not. She has a tendency sometimes to get real. She's become a pig on the mic. The micro, like a hog, hogging it up. Just take it easy. Don't be so piggish on the mic.
When did you start?
Slow it down.
When did you start feeling this way?
Jeez,
1982?
No. I would say, recently, about 7 months ago, somebody sent in an email, and Howard read it, that Robin is chiming in a lot. She's not chiming in. She's stepping on Howard a lot. And Howard read it, and I remember that week she really piped down a lot. And you know what? She was brilliant, and I loved her, and I still love her. But she's got to know her role. You can't have too much of everything. You're going to turn people off. Slow it down, Robin. Just slow it down a little. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, in a kind manner. Just take it easy.
So let me ask you a question. The 28 years or 28 or 29 years of chemistry that Howard and Robin have together, you're saying that she's veering off from that?
I think she's really good at what she does, but I think she's becoming so confident that she's Robin Stern. You're Robin Quivers. You're the sidekick. You're the co-pilot. Wait for the pilot to make the move, and then listen to him and know your role. Know your place. You know what I mean?
Hi, this is Fred Norris of the Howard Stern Show. Guess what? On the wrap-up show for Wednesday, we had a very exciting talk about Jesse James, the outlaw bike builder. We spoke about what a great guy he was. We spoke about how he was willing to build Howard a custom-made chopper, which could run up to $100,000 in cost. We talked about, this is almost as long as the wrap-up show. Why don't you just watch it instead?
Our in-studio guest today was the one, the only Jesse James. And did you know a lot about Jesse James coming into this, Gary?
Knew nothing about him.
Really?
In fact, I mean, here's what I knew about him. That he used to be married to Janine, that he had something to do with motorcycles. I wasn't sure what. And that he's married to Sandra Bullock. But my first hint that he was more than just a guest came when our very own program director, Tim, came in and said that was his hero. He said that, he goes, "You're my hero." And I didn't understand exactly what he meant. And now, as everyone called in, I realized, like, if you're into motorcycles, he's the guy.
Well, it's not only that, Gary. That's when Tim encountered you. You didn't see Tim jumping and running down the hallway to get to see Jesse James. I mean, he was just he had stars in his eyes.
Yeah, he said Tim told me he was nervous meeting Jesse James, and I was a bit of a dick. I felt really bad. He goes, Jesse, I just got to tell you, you're my hero. You're unbelievable. I think the world of you. And I go, that's so funny because that's what he said to Arlen Specter last week. Because it's true. He likes Arlen Specter too.
Now, does Jesse James come off as a badass at all?
No, I mean, I didn't know much about him, but he's got a really good vibe. He just seems like a good guy. He's like sort of, I read the notes on him, and I see he's been through some crazy shit, but he doesn't look like he's going to kick your ass, except for all the tattoos going up and down both arms. But he seems like a sort of a gentle guy, and I don't know. I think he came across as really nice.
And Tim wasn't the only one who was excited. Fred was happy about it, and I think Fred's going to drop by. But Robin was also very excited to meet Jesse James.
Is that the titties were out for him? Is that what the deal was?
That's the rumor that was going around. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
The truth is the titties were out. Whether for him or not, I don't know.
Right. That may not have been the reason. But had you seen him at all on Celebrity Apprentice?
No. In fact, I only heard a couple of clips. I heard one clip that JD had pulled for when Dennis Rodman was here, where Dennis Rodman went off on him. So, in fact, I thought I knew what he looked like, and I was completely wrong. I don't know why. I thought he was Ricky Rackman. You know what I mean? Like, that's the vision I had in my head. Jesse James, I don't know, all those West Coast guys that were married to porn stars. So I probably couldn't even pick him out of a lineup before today. But again, really nice guy.
I mean, he's a lot different on Celebrity Apprentice based on the way they put it together. And you got to hear, he spoke more here than he did in the entire season. And I thought he was pretty charming. Did you like him on the show today, Benji?
Yeah, I think he was very likable. It was funny. I like how pissed he got at Ralph, though. It was like he's such a nice, friendly guy, but like Ralph really got him. Like he looked like he was like ready to start punching someone.
Well, one, that's Ralph's expertise, as we all know, and two, you don't want to mess with this guy, and he talked about that a little bit. He doesn't want to put that out there because he's challenged a lot, because he's known to be a pretty tough customer.
Takes one swing at me, I'll have all that miscongeniality money.
And miscongeniality too.
Exactly.
Don't forget that. Now, before we get to Sandra, we got to talk about Janine. He didn't really talk a lot about their marriage, but you could tell it was a rough ride.
Yeah, he kept calling it his nuclear disaster, which is, you never want to have your relationship referred to that way. And I thought that the line really hit it on the head. Howard goes, "It must have been great. You're married to this porn star." And he goes, "Dude, everything isn't the way it looks when you see it," and that spoke volumes about it.
Yeah, if you missed it,
well, actually, I'm sorry. I don't know if you have the line.
Yeah, I think I have the line you're talking about. Here's I think this sums it up pretty much. Hit it, Ted.
Was it weird for you being married to a porn star for a while? Like, I mean, is it that like guys think that they can have their way with your wife, and
I think it. She'd been retired for like 5 years.
Right.
And so it wasn't really like on the tip of your tongue. It wasn't like she's a current huge star. It was like over in the past, and she was changing. But then, I think it's harder for her to be in that kind of spotlight.
Would you recommend that a guy marry a porn star, or do you think that they have too many problems, that it's just too much of a thing to overcome?
Just buy the DVD.
Just buy the DVD. Yeah,
don't even go there. Just buy the DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better to beat off.
That was a line.
Yeah, that pretty much sums that up. And were you surprised when you learned that he was married, not today, but in the past, when he was married to Sandra Bullock? That kind of came out of nowhere, and that relationship seems to have stuck for a little while.
You mean surprised that they ever got? I mean, at the beginning, again, I'm as guilty as anybody. You don't know anything about people, and you just see them in the tabloids, and you see this guy that used to be married to Janine, who's some biker dude. You see him and Sandra Bullock together, and you go, oh, it must be Sandra Bullock's like, sort of fling, her wild fling. Certainly they can't really like each other, but I don't know anything about him, and it turns out that they really love each other.
Yeah, even he said she figured he'd be a bigot, he'd be this and that, and they ended up doing pretty well together. And Howard found out a lot about how they carve up their finances as well.
I think Howard probably got more out of him than he's probably done in any interview. And he even said at one point, he goes, when Howard asked about the sex, he goes, dude, I'm going to stop. I've already said enough.
Now, he also gave advice about how you have to listen to girlfriends and your wife, and he's talked about going gardening, and that's the greatest idea I've ever heard.
Right, but he said it in such a sarcastic way, as if you have to be really not sincere and go, honey, gardening's great.
And he let's go to.
They don't have kids together though, right? He's got his own kid with Janine, but him and Sandra don't have kids together.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so that it's easy to pretend to want to go gardening.
That's true. Paul in Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, Paul. How are you?
Great. Listen, I just wanted to tell you, I thought Jesse was really good today. You could tell it's like two different guys. I watched a little bit of that Apprentice, and it's like very uncomfortable there. And in the studio, he just seemed like he was at home, with you guys.
Yeah, he said, I got to tell you, he told me in the green room, and he said it when he first walked in, too. He said he was extremely nervous about coming on. He'd done 60 Minutes and all these other shows, but to him, Howard was like a different level, and he was very nervous about coming on.
Yeah, it just seemed like, he really hit it off with you guys. He was really happy to be there,
Yeah, good guy. Good guy.
Do you think people can appreciate a guy like Jesse James because of what he does? I think initially you hear, he makes bikes, and he's
so he just makes bikes. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't know much about motorcycles, and this much what I'm about to say I learned from Fred. Fred will talk in a minute because he just showed up. But I didn't realize that to me a motorcycle is a motorcycle, and that there are guys who make motorcycles that's like a piece of art if you're into motorcycles.
It really is. I mean, it's one of the few things that you can buy. I mean, when he was talking, he said the most expensive motorcycle that he made was $300,000. When you think about a handcrafted, personalized motor vehicle for you, that's a bargain. I mean, if you can afford $300,000.
That was the other great part of the show this morning was when he offered Howard a bike, to make Howard a bike, and Howard said, first of all, listen, I could buy my own bike.
There are
Tim came to my office and started jumping up and down again and going, I can't believe he's not going to take the bike. Why won't he take the bike? He's got to take the bike.
Tim was very excited out there.
What he should do is he should get a Howard wig and go up to him and say, I was just kidding out there. I mean, I really want the bike. Now send it to Tim's address.
Now, Fred, you're an expert in this field. I
don't know about an expert, but
you're knowledgeable there.
Knowledgeable.
How good is Jesse James at what he does?
He's definitely one of the top 5 bike builders that there are around. I mean, somebody brought up Indian Larry today, rest in peace. He was one of the greats, too. And, there are guys that are like that. And I really think it's like the last frontier in terms of like customized cars and bikes and things like that. People don't customize cars that much anymore because I think they all look the same and they all look like jelly beans. But at least with a motorcycle, it's like the last frontier. It's kind of like being a cowboy.
Now, that Orange County Choppers, are those guys just an interesting show, or are they really good motorcycle makers?
You know what? The jury's out on them. The real aficionados of bike building, they poo-poo them. And I'm one of the few people that doesn't, because I think anybody that brings bikes into the collective consciousness of the United States and makes them more acceptable and makes them appealing to the masses. That was one of the things that Jesse was talking about this morning. When you're riding in traffic, people have no respect for motorcyclists. I mean, they barely have enough respect for other cars.
Well, I think
but when you're on a motorcycle, you're very vulnerable.
I don't know why this pisses me off. I'm always very respectful. Like a motorcycle guy, if he's in front of me, I like to be very far behind because I always think if he falls, I don't want to run him over.
Right.
The thing that always pisses me off about a motorcycle guy is when he goes between cars.
Something, I agree with that. And I think in New York State, I mean, there's certain places in the country where I think that's legal. I don't think in New York State that is legal, and I agree. I think it's a dangerous practice, and I think people should not do that because it freaks people out.
Well, also, a motorcycle guy, like on the highway, they always show up in your blind spot when they do that.
Well, that again, it's like that comes down to bad motorcycle riding. I mean, I used to ride a lot when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. I rode a motorcycle before I ever drove a car, and I got a motorcycle again about maybe 10 years ago. I hadn't ridden in years. Maintained my license, hadn't ridden in years, and I, when I decided I was going to go back, I signed up for a motorcycle safety course, took a series of lessons, read a lot of books, and that's one of the reasons I feel fairly confident when I'm riding on the road, because they'll teach you where not to ride in the blind spot, what not to do, the stupid things that you can do to get yourselves in the trauma unit.
All this talk about safety, so that brings me to a question. You've known Howard longer than me. Mm-hmm. Is in your time with the show, was there ever any chance that Howard's getting on a motorcycle?
Not unless Bianca and Beth were like being held for ransom or something. There's no way that he would do it.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, Sal came by, and I don't know how it came up, but we got started talking about Robin again. And Sal at first was trying to explain himself, but then he broke down a little bit, and it led to a lot of good conversation, a lot of controversy, and Robin eventually coming in here to confront him on what's going on in Sal's mind. And I've been trying to figure that out for 3.5 years. But it was a good show, and watch for yourself.
Why are you so glum?
I'm not glum. Just waiting for my beating.
You seem
I'm on standby.
Why do you say that every time? I'm waiting for my beating.
Because whenever I express myself on this godforsaken shithole, I get ripped apart the next day. No, I do. And you know what? I'm going to. Maybe this is a good thing.
What are we talking about here? Are we talking about the game, or are we talking about how you verbally attacked Robin?
Which godforsaken shithole are you referring to?
Okay, I know I attacked Robin. I didn't view it as an attack. I knew I attacked Robin. I didn't view it as an attack. It came off as an attack.
Well, how would you view it? In other words,
you just said, I know I attacked. Without being redundant, it was constructive criticism that she took personally. And I know a lot of people feel that way, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I offended Robin. That wasn't my intent. But, if somebody else gave criticism, it wouldn't be as bad. I always have to be the guy that stepped on in the
that's
end.
not true.
That's wrong.
That's just not true.
No, it is. It's true.
It is.
Because I'm the only one. I'm the only one who gave Robin good advice, as far as I'm concerned.
No, you're the only one that gave her that advice, and you think it's good advice, and that's you could think that. But
I can. You're not better than me, Gary, to tell me.
I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm saying you don't have the ability to recognize that you took a solid 10 minutes on the wrap-up show to talk about how Robin is literally single-handedly fucking up the show, and it's your opinion that she's fucking up the show, and we don't say a word, and we let you say whatever you want, and you don't have the ability to think that she might be offended by that.
Well, you interpret it as me saying she fucked up the show. I said I would prefer if she just slowed down a little bit. And that's what I really said.
Slow down. Know your place. Slow the fuck down.
And that's it. And then it just turns to this whole... So, you know what? I'm not going to express my opinions anymore on you guys, because when I do, everybody gets into a tizzy, everybody gets all upset. It's not worth it.
Actually, you probably get called on the carpet about 1 out of every 10 times you express your opinion, because you express your opinion a lot. But seriously, when you were talking, did it not hit you in the head that Robin might not appreciate that? Were you surprised when Robin grabbed you in the hallway?
I lost a little sleep the night before.
Did she just?
It started hitting me like, oh boy, I wonder how she's going to interpret this. I hope I didn't. I felt bad about it. I thought it was a little.
But why would you feel bad? It's just.
I was a little harsh,
but it's an opinion. It wasn't an attack.
It was tough love.
Right, like when you said that Howard's tongue had Robin's feet mark on it, like was that?
It's got a Reebok mark.
Well, Reebok mark.
Sometimes you have to paint the picture to get your point across, and I felt at that moment that was the case. And I have no ill will towards Robin. She told me to fuck off. God bless her. Whatever she wants.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what happened? She just grabbed you in the kitchen and said, fuck off?
She was in the kitchen.
Or did you say something to her first? Like, did you say, hey, I love you? Or
no, I didn't say, hey, I love you.
Hey, Robin, listen, about that you suck thing.
I said something like, hello, Robin. She's like, should I say hello back, or would I be talking too much? And
you go, really? What do you mean?
And I said, really? What do you mean? I really did. And she's like, and she goes, Sal. I'm like, Robin, as soon as I said that, and I do, and I said it on the show too. She goes, love you, schmuff. You don't start with that bullshit. Just because you have, and she really laced into me. She's like, just because you have problems at home and and you have the ability to stand up to your wife and you have issues with women, you think you could take it out on me. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not the case at all. I go, Robin, that's not the case. I go, I just want to let you know that in certain circumstances, I think you chime. And she's like, fuck off. And she turned around with her cup of celery juice that's going to go up her ass in the next 5 minutes. And I said, Robin, I go, let me. She goes, take another step. I'm throwing this in your face. And I'm like, whoa, and that was it. And
you know what the greatest part is?
I feel, the thing is, I really feel bad. I don't like to have tension between people, especially your coworkers and your friends. I feel bad about it, but it bothers me. Like, I don't know, like I expressed how I felt, but it's not worth it.
I don't think you expressed it in a way that somebody would like. You thought it was constructive, but it really did come across as a bit of an attack. And my favorite part, by the way, is how you made a point of telling us that day, I'm not going to be one of those fucking assholes that says, I love you, Robin, but. And all you've ever said, sort of every sentence, including when you saw her in there, was, I love you.
Yeah, that's true. But I said that I'm not going to be an asshole that says, I love you, but, because I really do love her. Like, I'm not going to be a liar. That's what I meant. Like, after, on the show
I'll take 500 shares of logistics, please.
You need a decipher from, like, the Da Vinci Code to figure out what Sal means when he says shit.
When you get caught in a conversation with Sal, I do understand why he was so successful at selling stock. Because he really tells you. Like, sometimes I would walk out of there confused.
Well, that's because he says 3 different opinions that often contradict each other in one statement.
I said what I meant.
What?
And
Robin walks all over Howard?
That I care about Robin, but I felt lately she's been chiming in too much, and I meant that. I expressed it maybe in a harsh way that she took offense to it, and I'm sorry that she took offense.
Can I
because
just say,
I don't like I don't like the tension. I do like Robin, and I think she's great at what she
assuming your
does.
criticism comes from a sincere place, did it ever occur to you that maybe a 25-year broadcasting veteran didn't want to hear the opinion of a stockbroker?
More like a
25-year listener.
More like a 30-year veteran. Robin's been on there for like 30 years.
A wise man learns from a fool. Fool learns from no one.
What?
It's exactly what I said. If you guys can't interpret that,
a wise man learns from a fool, and a fool learns from no one.
So that means there's always something you can learn, whether God...
No, what it means is a fool has the inability to learn nothing, but a wise man should listen to the fool.
Yeah, you can learn from a fool's mistakes. You can learn from a fool and a fool's actions. But there's always advice to be given.
So who are you in the scenario? Who are you?
Unfortunately, I'm the fool because Robin has the experience, so I'm putting Robin on the pedestal here. But she can learn. So you can always learn something.
But I'm just saying it was unsolicited.
Hey,
like if she had come to you as a
does
friend
Richard Roper
and said,
have the right to tell somebody how to direct a film? No, but he could critique it. Yet he has no experience in that field.
By your
but I have experience.
You're not
at least a little bit, not as much as Robin.
Technically, you're not here to critique. Richard's hired to critique. That's
and that
a big
goes
difference.
back to my first statement. I'm done giving my opinion and critiquing.
Oh, put the $1,000 on the table right now. There's no way you're done.
And as much as it pains me, I'm done.
You're not done.
Honesty is dead.
And you're the fool, and you've learned nothing based on your analogy?
No, a wise man learns from a fool learns from no one.
So who have you learned from?
I've learned to keep my mouth shut. I've learned from this fool myself, I guess.
Jack in Long Island, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah,
I think that's an Aesop fable or something. Look it up. It's on Google.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to talk to Sal about what's going on with him.
Oh, this is Ronnie Munt.
Who?
I could tell. I could smell the Metamucil coming off your skin.
Yeah, well, hey, dude.
Yeah, I can smell.
You know what, dude? You do
Hold
this.
on.
You do this
Yeah,
every time.
Take that diaper you have around your ass and wrap it around your mouth.
You do this.
Please?
You do this every time. You cause trouble for yourself.
I do.
And then you cry like a baby.
I'm not crying one bit. I'm just learning my lesson.
Now you did it with Robin. Then
I didn't do anything with Robin.
Like a little baby.
Ronnie, I'm not being a baby
Jack,
here. I'm learning, Ronnie, that I shouldn't
baby,
express myself because you get in trouble.
Baby, man, you don't quit.
Baby, just the opposite of a very, very old person.
Go lock yourself
is this
in your
Jack?
room, like I told you a
I'm
long
sorry,
time
Jack.
ago. Go lock yourself in a room there.
Ronnie, I'm sorry, Ronnie, that you have to ride my coattails for attention, but your point is your point is just worthless. It's just stupid.
My point is so right.
No, it's not
because
right. I expressed myself about Robin. Robin got upset. I'm upset that she's upset. It's not worth it.
Who are you to express yourself about Robin?
And who are you to tell me what I should and should not do?
Because you're hired here to be a writer.
And you're hired to be a Howard's driver, so shut the fuck up and drive.
I do.
What are you doing calling in on a show?
I'm waiting for him. I'm busy.
All right, so wait.
Whoa, settle down, everybody. Now,
Jesus Christ, this guy.
Hold on, Sal, wait a second.
You're a stupid asshole.
Now, Jack, doesn't Sal have the right to express his opinion?
No, not. Why should he? Who is he?
I mean,
Nobody.
if he's asked a question, he's simply answering it.
Nobody asked him to make it give opinion on Robin, whether she should talk more or talk less. Who is he? He's nobody.
Robin's here.
Hold off on the break. Robin's here.
Rob, Benji, can you come right here, Robin? So
I'm in the hall, and people just keep telling me stuff about Sal saying various things. Why is this still going on?
Well,
didn't you have your say? I
said
heard
I felt bad.
No, he's not. He hasn't been degrading you. What he's saying
No,
is...
but he said he was delivering a communication. I got it.
He doesn't... we were asking him how he could go off for 20 minutes and give his opinion. I put in quotation marks. And I said, did you not think that it might come back to bite you? And he goes, no, not really.
Well, when somebody said Sal didn't understand, I said he could stop there. He doesn't have to put anything after that sentence. Sal doesn't understand anything.
That's true.
Just say that. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
I would egg you on, Robin, but right before you walked in, Sal's like pretty much on suicide watch right now.
No, I'm not.
Ronnie told me that Sal said he's losing sleep. I said, you shouldn't tell me that.
Yeah, because we feel bad.
So, Robin, did you take Sal's advice to heart?
Oh, shut up, John.
Do you really think I would take
Never.
Sal's advice for anything?
No. But clearly, I mean, you yelled at him in the kitchen, so something must have bugged you one way or the other.
Sal isn't attacking me. Sal is attacking all women when he talks to me.
That's what she said in the
And that's what I don't mind an attack on me. Like I said, when he said Artie did something wrong, it was Artie did something wrong. When he says, something to me, it's like, know your place. Well, where would my place be?
This week in Arizona.
Howard's at the window. He sees Robin talking to Sal, and he's got this quizzical look on his face, like, should I go in there? And then he just left.
He's like, so what would your advice to Sal be?
I don't have any advice for Sal, because if I try to give Sal advice, because quite frankly, when I was talking to him on the air, I was trying to explain to him what a Google search is, which I don't think he understands. And I got, know your place. Shut up. Stop piping up over there. So I can't give Sal advice.
Robin brings up a good point. Like, when you fight with Artie, why don't you tell Artie to know his place?
Because Artie threw a CD at my eyeball.
Are you still angry at him, Robin?
I'm not angry at all. I didn't even know this was going on. And people are telling me. I said, but the worst thing to tell me is that I made you lose sleep, because I'll keep you up the rest of your life.
Kind of cool show happening today. Jimmy Kimmel, who I saw this weekend, by the way, we were hanging out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Jimmy and his cousin Sal.
He's dating his cousin Sal.
Yeah.
No, Sarah.
Well, I did have some alone time with Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I got to ask him about, Sarah Silverman.
Did he open up?
He opened up, but, when a guy opens up to you in private, this is the problem with me associating with people outside of the show. They kind of give you they preface their statements by saying, look, this is some stuff I'm going to talk to you about.
It's embargoed.
And all I'll tell you about that, I'm embargoed. But I'll ask him about it on the air, and we'll see how clean he comes. But
yeah, but you know what? Do you really care more about Jimmy than the show? Fuck him over.
Really? Well,
let's go.
Yeah, that's
anyway,
right.
I am a man of my word.
Are you ever going to get better information out of him?
Yeah. But I got to tell you something. This is how bad I am with people. This is another story of how bad I am. Jimmy began to open up to me about him and Sarah and, what was going on.
And was really open, huh?
And then afterwards, like, Beth says to me, well, what did Jimmy say? I said, I don't know.
You had no idea? You didn't even listen? You blanked out?
I think I listened, but I didn't understand what he was saying. It didn't make any sense to me.
I think the only reason you listen to me in those situations is because you're so fascinated how fucked up I am. Heroin is like something.
He's really fascinated about interpersonal relationships.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's boring to him now.
I listen to you because we're on the air together.
That's
geez.
I can.
So in a
hear
year and a
you
half,
on the
I
air.
should stop calling
If Jimmy talked to me on the air, I would understand everything.
Right.
I mean, you'd question him. You don't even ask questions.
No, I meant even personally.
I did, Robin.
Even when I call you, you listen.
Yeah. But I even said to Jimmy, I said, I don't understand what you say. In other words, okay, you guys broke up and you're explaining it, but I still
you don't get it.
I still don't know. I don't even know that you really told me anything here. I don't understand. And then he started again to tell me stuff. And maybe he was just being guarded or whatever, but
I have I've had that experience where people are saying a lot of words, but I don't understand anything they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you.
They're usually foreign people.
I swear to you, I am as in the dark
as before.
And the only thing I know is what Jimmy has said publicly, that she broke up with him.
So basically, you are saying everything you know on the show, so that's good.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I could tell you everything he said, but it doesn't make any sense. So, he'll come in here, and whatever he's comfortable talking about, we'll
He probably isn't comfortable talking about any of it.
Probably not.
On the air.
No.
All right, Jimmy Kimmel's here, man. Old friend of the show. We got a lot of old friends here. We don't have no new friends. We got only old friends. What the fuck?
Kind of like you.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. Come on in.
Jimmy.
Hey, what's happening?
How you doing, man?
Good, thanks. I thought you were going to come to my hotel room and wake me up there.
I wish.
At this thing.
So what brings you down to the show today?
What do you think brings me down to the show?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I have a lot of important things to talk about on the show. Gary's penis.
What you're talking about right now?
Yeah. No, I had a similar thing done to my penis, so I feel like I can add a lot to the conversation.
You're going to share your experience with us
Yes,
today about that?
I'll help make men in their cars crouch over throughout the morning today.
All right, Jimmy Kimmel's here. Bring in Jimmy.
Jimmy, you gained weight.
No, that's Artie. There's Jimmy. Jimmy's actually lost weight.
Look at Jimmy.
Jimmy's thinner.
Good to see you, dude.
Artie is... Actually, Artie's thinner, too. Hey, James.
Hello, Howard. I can't hear anything in my headphones, but my cans.
Host of Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Don't act like you haven't seen Howard. We heard you spent the weekend together.
Yeah, we made love.
I thought that was going to be our secret.
No, that wasn't a secret. It's just, you know what it is?
What?
When I hang out with Jimmy, I feel kind of like I disappoint him.
What?
Why?
Because when I'm not on the radio, I'm not a whole lot of fun, and I'm actually kind of quiet and not all that witty. And I think Jimmy kind of worships me a little bit.
Are you fishing for compliments?
No. Jimmy, I'm being serious. Jimmy,
welcome to the show, Jim.
Jimmy looks up to me.
That's true. That is true.
And so you expect that he expects something.
Like I had Jimmy's stories, like when he was in high school, he listened to me, or someone sent him a tape, and he wanted to go into radio. I don't know what the whole thing is, but. Then,
is this your way of saying you want Fred to play music and for me to go on?
No, it's him saying he wants Ralph to play music.
It's always awkward because I know, probably Jimmy's expecting this great guy to hang out with him, and I'm really not a lot of fun, as Beth will tell you.
I disagree. We did have a lot of fun, and I have a lot of fun. I'm not. What do you think I'm expecting? I'm not expecting Robin Williams bouncing off the wall.
That would be annoying.
But I know, you like to sit and like Jimmy came out to see me, so it was like, then I feel obligated that we should be together.
Yeah, well, that is one of the things when you go visit
when
somebody.
You visit someone, they actually are supposed to be with you.
You should do the Great Gatsby. You should just never show up.
Well, after Jimmy left, I said to Beth, I said, Jimmy's a great guy. Everyone knows I love Jimmy. I think Jimmy's a really together great guy.
Together?
Yeah, he's got it
pretty together, Robin.
Yeah, he is pretty together.
Robin, you're sitting on a pot of coffee. How dare you judge?
Well, nobody said I was together.
I really like Jimmy. No one could be an easier house guest. I even like his cousin Sal.
He's an easy house guest?
I am.
Sal, yeah, because Sal is like that wall. He doesn't say anything. He stands there.
Just like a potted plant.
He was nervous. He's not usually like that.
But I said,
you give Sal a sports sticker. He's fine for
I said to Beth afterwards. I said, Jimmy coming out to the house makes me realize I don't think I want people coming out to the house. So she goes,
good, thanks, Jim.
This is positive. She said, why? She goes, no one could be easier than Jimmy. Like, Jimmy's so great. I said, that's right. And the fact of the matter is...
Everybody else is a pain in the butt?
No. I said, even I can't handle that because I couldn't even sleep when Jimmy was over because it was like... I'm like, oh my God, Jimmy's probably awake and he wants to
Let me go down and see what he's doing.
So I'm up at 5 in the morning checking to see if Jimmy's up.
Who's up at 5 in the morning looking to get together with their...
I'm neurotic. I can't have people
He doesn't
over.
want Jimmy to be walking around while he's sleeping.
You know what you got to do, Jim, is you got to just... Howard knew I'd be asleep till 3 p.m.
Well, and then at 9 a.m. I was going to have a chess lesson and I felt guilty. I said to Beth, is it okay that I'm having a chess lesson? Because what if, it was for an hour. So I was like... She goes, well, I guess so, but Jimmy's your guest, and he's here. And I go, but I want my chess lesson, too. You mean Jimmy can't hang out with his cousin and do stuff?
No, I'm fine. I don't like to get up early anyway. But in fact, I actually intentionally, I got up what I thought was early. I got up at I made sure to get up at 9:30, so around when your chess lesson was over, then, we could
hang out.
Yeah, we
should have combined the two and had Jimmy give you a chess lesson.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say to your guests, you know what, I got a chess lesson at 9 or whatever, and do whatever you want, and I'll see you in the afternoon or something.
I'm just not good. I feel guilty.
Everything is very well scheduled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're very well scheduled.
You know what's happening when you go there. It's almost on a list.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad Jimmy went. Now I have someone I can call to ask how the house looks.
When you straighten yourself out, you might get a.
Well, yeah, they don't want like crazy drug people knocking at the door.
What, me and 3 cops aren't fun to have over your house?
But so I always feel like
We don't want Artie making an escape.
And then the other weird aspect is like I'm hanging out with Jimmy, and you know, where Jimmy and I were having a private conversation, and I even said to Beth, I'm going to ask Jimmy about Sarah. Did you hear my rap about this morning?
No, I couldn't get my series.
Dude, you and fucking Sarah went through weird shit. Howard told us on the air. What the fuck, man?
I would never do
Thank
that.
God you got out of there.
With a midget? A midget?
It wasn't a midget. He was just short.
No, I said, you know, Jimmy and I were talking, and I even said to Robin this morning, I said, I sat with Jimmy. We talked for like, I don't know, a half hour, an hour privately about a bunch of things, but one of the things being what happened with Jimmy and Sarah. I need an explanation because I was close with Jimmy and Sarah as a couple. And I said to Robin, I have no idea what Jimmy's talking about.
He says,
It
first
was
of
an
all,
hour.
of course, it was not for the air, but in the same, he said he went to Beth and he couldn't tell her what you said.
Because immediately, after we had the conversation, Beth wanted to come down, but she saw we were talking privately.
Oh.
She said to me, okay, so what did Jimmy say about Sarah?
Right.
I said, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he said.
For Howard to listen to you have to work Howard into the conversation.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what I said either. I mean, I don't know.
It was the lamest, most
He
mysterious.
said he's not sure you know why you broke
When
up.
a chick asks me what their day, if I want to hear what their day was like, I'm like, only if I'm in it.
I wish it could have been more interesting, but
No, it wasn't that it wasn't interesting. I just didn't understand.
He said you were saying things, but he couldn't understand what you were saying.
I don't understand what I'm saying most of the time either. So.
But maybe it wasn't not that interesting. Maybe it wasn't interesting.
And then also it's awkward because Jimmy says to me, look, this is private. So I said, okay, well, so what does that mean? I
can't
well,
call
here's
the
problem.
Inquirer?
Here's the problem is that I know you would like me to talk to you about these things mostly because you're curious about this stuff, but I know that
Mostly because he's a yenta.
it's hard for you to remember what is okay to talk about and what isn't okay to talk about. So
Right.
for your own protection, I feel like
that was smart.
Maybe you didn't tell him anything.
Well,
he didn't. I'm telling you.
I know I did. I told you
You did?
everything. I mean, I told you everything that was there. It's not that interesting. Sometimes
not. It was
people just
horribly
don't.
boring.
Something happens. I
Horribly
don't know what it
boring.
is.
It was terrible, actually.
It's unpleasant,
There was no
but
good stories. I was
there were
Nobody
no
had
events.
any great problems, like, they
Was
are
the sex
harboring.
good? The sex was good, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, for
you.
for me, yeah, it was. Yeah.
The sex was good.
You haven't checked with her?
I think I could safely assume it wasn't that great for her.
But the public thing was
your juice?
the public thing was that she broke up with you supposedly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both times?
No, actually, I broke up the first time. She broke up the second time.
Ah, see, that's
Yeah.
something I didn't know.
Yeah.
No.
Who's going to break up the third time?
I don't think they're getting back together.
Is it over? Howard
we
said
had
he
the
could
rubber
get
match.
you. Howard said he could get
So,
you two back together
I can't.
if you just gave him a little time. Now you think you can't.
Well, he can't even listen to Jimmy talk about the problem.
He couldn't stay in the
No,
room.
I listened. I didn't understand it. I
You
didn't
know what?
want to
You should
keep...
interrogate her. That should be what you do because maybe you'll get more. Because
But alone, like in a situation like that.
I'm not the kind of person that looks for reasons afterwards. It's if you don't like me, I don't like you, and that's
Well,
that.
then why did you break up with her?
Oh, I don't even know. I just felt just depressed and just felt like that was something that I felt like that was the reason why I was depressed, and then I became even more depressed
After you broke up.
after we broke up.
Right.
Yes.
You heard the music.
I know. What's the music? Fred, you kill it with the music.
He does. He does.
I could have. I was almost on the hook.
Yeah,
I almost started crying.
Wait, I missed it. What did you say?
I asked, so he broke up with Sarah the first time.
Yeah, you see, you're getting more out of him than I did.
You needed me
I told
there.
you that.
I know. I know.
Well, now that Howard's listening because it's on the air.
No, I listened. I really did listen.
And he
I
said
could tell
he-
I could tell you everything he said
Wait a
because he
minute.
didn't say anything.
I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you what he just said.
Yeah.
So he was suffering a depression.
Right.
He decided it was the relationship that was depressing him.
He didn't tell me that.
He broke up, and then he got more depressed.
Do you
so
understand?
that's
You
why
missed
he,
it.
More or
You
less.
missed it.
Yeah.
More or less.
Do you understand how bad that sounds? Like men want to have the perfect woman, and in a sense, Sarah is beautiful and she's funny,
Talented,
she's smart,
funny. Oh, my
great
God.
conversationalist, and we still get bored. This is what happens.
It's not even bored, really. But you're right, though. Yeah, it is. It's troubling because you think, oh, if I can't stay in a relationship with this person for a long time,
Right, that's
there
I
isn't
can't
anyone.
do it.
Yeah,
Right. And that's what starts to depress you.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. And it's starting again right now.
Is it that you think the two of you are just not in love with each other anymore? Like the love left?
Well, they were in love at your wedding.
You guys were all over each other at the wedding.
Holy Christ, I had to make out with my shitty food.
I mean, you really were. And it was so I guess at some point the two of you just realized, like, yeah, we like each other, but we're not in love with each other.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah. She decided that.
Oh, she decided.
That was funny at the wedding.
You're in love with her.
No, I'm not. I told you. Yes, but when it's over for me, it's
over. You close the door.
I close the door.
Right.
So
But
because I
you
put my
open the
penis
door-
through the keyhole.
Yeah, but you open the door.
If he opens the door, he'll be in love again.
You close the door, but you open the door again.
Let's put it this way. When the door's closed on me, the door is closed.
Yeah, but
When
Jim,
I close the door.
Jim, for every door that closes, one opens.
You're right. You're right.
And the one you better open is the heroin door.
Are you on a tear now?
Oh, yeah, I'm on a real tear.
He's fucking all of Hollywood.
He's having sex with Cousin Sal.
Let me tell you what I did last night.
He's having homosexual incest.
I went to dinner with my friends Alex and Martha Wallow, who listen to the show, and had a huge steak, and then almost was pretending to make conversation outside the restaurant where I was almost certain I was going to shit my pants. And then I got in the cab and desperately tried not to shit my pants, and then thought it might be funnier for the show tomorrow if I did shit my pants.
Who cares about shitting in a cab? You've never done that?
You mean you had a big steak?
Yes,
And it made
immediately
you-
it became
went through you.
an angry ball of shit.
Jim,
that
you're
wanted
not
to
a
come
New
out.
Yorker. Sometimes you shit in a cab just to make it smell better.
And then you wanted to take a shit. And why didn't you do it at the restaurant? Or are you too embarrassed?
Oh no, not at
You
the
would
rest.
never
Plus,
shit in
everyone knows I come out sweating. I have to take off most of my clothes. So then I get upstairs, and I know this is going to happen because there's a nightmare happening. Is that my cousin Sal has the key to the room in his pocket, and there's no way he's just flipping the door open and letting me run right through. There's going to
Did you tell Sal you had a shit?
Oh, I told him I had to shit, and I realized that was a terrible
Wait
mistake.
a minute. You don't have your own room? You and Sal are in the same room?
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
This is getting worse.
Sal's on the show. They didn't get him.
Well, they didn't,
They didn't fly him here.
They tell you can bring somebody out with you,
Jim, that is fucked. What are you doing?
Well, the truth is, I brought two people. I brought Jill Lederman, our producer, so she had a room, and then Sal and I stayed. We don't mind. We like staying in the same room.
Holy mackerel!
You really aren't in show business.
I guess not.
Jim, they used to get everybody at Mad TV their own room.
I'm not on Mad TV.
Yeah, well, actually, Nightline, they've got 4 people in a room there.
Martin
Courtney
Bashir
Thorne
has like
Smith.
17 people living in a room with him.
Hey, would you? So did he get the key open in time and you took the shit?
He did, but there was some torment time where he held the key up and showed it to me and waved it to me, and I was like, "Open that fucking door! Will you open that fucking door?"
Or you're fired.
We're gonna shit all over you.
Don't make me shit in Jim Belushi's room again.
That's right.
Would you have Sarah on as a guest on your show?
Not right now. I don't think. Eventually, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. Really? Is that interesting?
Yeah, that is interesting. Not good enough.
We're just really
No,
booked
what are you
up.
talking about? Not good
No,
enough.
it's not
No,
good
it's because
enough.
she's doing every other show. She's busy.
There's no openings at your show?
You know what? We've got a lot of bookings right now. And no, I don't know. I just think it might be
Awkward. But it'd be fun.
might be more unpleasant than it would be worse.
Sarah, there's a very funny stripper I met who's doing a set.
Why would it be unpleasant?
Well, why do you think?
Because but she was, listen, when you were going out with her,
yeah,
she was on the show like every week.
Well, not that much.
I mean,
yeah.
a lot.
She was like your brother Theodore.
And now all of a sudden there's no presence of her like she was doing the.
Well,
I'm
it's not like
fucking
people
Matt
like,
Damon.
where is she? I mean, she was on maybe twice a year. I mean, it wasn't like
Is that
she
true?
was, Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was more.
But she was on in the time that you two got back together.
Yes, she was.
Listen, I've been on 5 times, and twice when I was on, Sarah
was on.
Jimmy's going to hang out with us all morning. He's going to be here for a while. Ben Stiller is waiting in our green room.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, so what we'll do...
What he's saying is a bigger star has now...
No, Jimmy's hanging out being part of the show. He'll be here during the Ben Stiller
You
interview.
can sit there while Ben is...
If Ben Stiller's sitting here and Adam Sandler comes in, we'll have Sandler.
That's Jimmy's cousin, Sal.
Oh, this
Hey,
is the guy you
everybody.
spent
Good guy.
the weekend with?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's a nice guy. I was a little worried about him, but he's a nice guy.
Sounds very quiet, yeah.
He's another Tom Cruise lover, this kid.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What's going on? Now, do you have to leave?
I think I have to leave soon because I have to do Regis and Kelly.
You're doing Regis and Kelly.
Without Regis.
Mine, sans Regis.
Yeah.
And Sal, you're going over there too?
I'm going to head over there, yeah.
Well, all right.
He can stay if you want.
I understand your cousin Sam's here.
So am I saying goodbye to you? I don't want to hold you here.
I think we have to
All right.
leave, unfortunately. Sadly.
Sal, good seeing you.
Thank
It was
you.
nice spending time with you.
Seeing
Jimmy, I wish you continued success. I hope these upfronts, whatever they are, go
Now-
well for you.
Now I feel weird about the next time. I feel weird about visiting you because I feel like.
You mean visiting him at home?
Yeah, because I feel like we
Just
always get
visit
the
me.
honest account, but then I feel like I'm making you uncomfortable when I'm at your house.
Not at all. I love being with you. We go away on vacation together. I mean, what's the matter with you?
Well, I don't, because you said then you feel like you have to entertain me. You don't have to entertain
Don't worry.
me.
I know.
I'm
I know.
self-entertaining.
Believe me, and so am I.
Okay, good.
How dare you? Look, I don't know what's going on in your romantic life. I'm sorry
Is he dating? You didn't even find out for us.
I would never ask. I don't know
I'm
what he's
dating
doing.
Neil Patrick Harris.
You're not the type of guy that we're not going to open up the tabloids and see you're dating like every woman in Hollywood. Now that
No.
you're free of Sarah and you're a single
Definitely
guy.
not.
You're not. You're not going to womanize.
What are you going to do?
You know,
are
I'm
you
not
going
like
to
that.
a dating service? Are you? What are
Yeah,
you doing?
I'm on,
Millionaire matchmaker?
I'm on that Ashley Madison.
Well, he
You're
has
on
a
Ashley
certain-
Madison. You only date married women.
Yes, I'm only fucking married women.
Well,
Right.
Jimmy has a certain type. I think he's going to ask Elaine Boozler.
And so the dating will begin. The dating will commence as soon as you get over Sarah.
Theoretically, yes, I guess so. Yes.
Excellent. We can't wait for that. Who will it be? Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Well, who will the lucky lady
Will
be?
you be picking up women on the show? Will you do that? Moon?
No, I don't think so. I can't imagine that will happen.
Who are your guests for the rest of the week when you get back to L.A.? We'll pick out one
Well,
for you.
Ben Stiller.
right, you
I
can't go out
really
with
don't
him.
know who the guests are, to be honest with you.
Do you fantasize that you'll be with another famous woman? I mean, Sarah was famous.
Was that
certainly.
fun?
I've decided never, ever to go out with another famous person.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Unless they're really, really good looking. What?
Kathleen Turner.
Why?
Yeah. Maybe another
Because-
hot Jewish comedian like a Whoopi
There's
Goldberg.
nothing I hate more than being the subject of. I don't like being the subject of speculation. I don't like people being interested in my life like that.
But aren't
So you got into
people-
the right business.
But aren't
Yeah,
people
I know.
going to always be interested in your life?
Not nearly. It's exponential when it's two famous people. Nobody cares about who other, like nobody cares about who Conan is dating. Right?
Well, because Conan's married.
Yeah, but nobody cared beforehand. Nobody cares that he's married.
I
either.
think they would. Well, you're saying because she's not in the business,
Right.
is what you're saying.
Right.
Oh, I see. So when you're dating another famous
I'm gonna
person,
try to be more like Conan.
you're going to try and be like Conan O'Brien.
Yes.
That sounds like makes a lot of sense.
You better
to
get
me.
better writers.
But it is possible because you're in Hollywood and you meet the girls you meet are girls who come on your show who are in fact famous, and a lot of these. Actresses and stuff. I mean, it's hard to resist.
I say it's
You know
not
who I
hard for
see
them to
him with?
resist.
No.
I think you ought to fix him up with Renee Zellweger.
Oh,
yeah.
I could have fucked her on the set of The Bachelor. I
Would
let
you
her
like
off
to
the
fuck
hook.
Renee Zellweger?
No, I know she's. No, that's
Have
not.
you
I'm
met
not
her?
interested in that. I have met her.
You've had her on the show?
Yeah, I think so.
Not attracted to Renee Zellweger?
It has nothing to do with it.
What would you never think about fucking her?
No,
really
I
don't?
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm not interested.
If I was single, I would fuck Renee Zellweger. I would.
You could get her at Bridget Jones' Diary.
I told you I
do you
don't want to go out
fantasize-
with anyone famous.
But wait a second. You don't fantasize like maybe a night with Carmen Electra or nothing like that?
That's not my thing.
What do you mean, not your thing?
Well, wait a minute. What about some supermodel?
Explain
No.
that to me. What do you mean you can't take Carmen Electra?
I need. I think there has to be some depth there for me.
Oh, so supermodels are all stupid?
So Sarah was so deep.
Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way. Sarah would never do this. Carmen Electra.
Look, I said Jimmy was deep.
Carmen Electra was once asked on a talk show, what's the one thing she couldn't live without? And after she thought for a minute, she said food. So, I don't think Sarah would ever do that.
That's a good answer.
But do you think that Sarah will date someone famous?
I don't know.
Does she
I have no
need
idea.
that?
No, I don't think so.
She doesn't need that. So, well, it'll be interesting to see what you end up doing. Sal, what do you think? Sal, you're married.
I'm married, yeah.
So, but
Jimmy
what do you
is,
think?
I wasn't supposed to say anything, but he's secretly dating a pizza chef, this guy Chris Bianco. I'm not even kidding. He flies him out. The guy
it is a
stayed
little
with
bit
him for
true.
like a week, and then there's another chef that comes in, Adam Perry Lang, and they cook, and that's his focus right
You
now.
love to cook, right? That's your thing.
I do, yeah. I love
You're
to
a
eat.
cook?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
By the way, fucking a pizza chef where I'm from is not
Rob,
gay.
you should try eating food. It's delicious.
I'm going to do that when I do that.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. All right. So, and also, will you and Sarah become friends in the future, where she will be able to come on the show?
No, we will not.
You will not become friends.
I don't know.
It's going to be a major
I like that
showbiz
answer.
feud that lasts centuries.
I agree with you. You're not going to become friends.
Listen, I got enough friends.
Right. You will not go the route of Johnny Carson and date some of the tea time players, or you will not.
No.
Yeah, have the girls on your show. Hire
I
them
don't have
just
any
to date
tea time
them.
players.
You don't.
No, I don't. No, it's not my. You know me. It's not my
Look,
thing.
Howard, he was on the Man Show and never fucked one of the juggies.
Not
Like,
only
a
didn't
big-
He was
a big
married.
was-
Not only didn't I fuck any of them, I would hide in my room reading from them. I didn't want to be part of it.
Will Leno,
They don't want to read with you?
Let me before you leave, because I know you have to go. Will Leno's new show fail? I'm talking about this now. You're in the late night game. You spend a lot of time on your show, and I know you do a lot of hard work. And people should watch Jimmy's show. But will you take a look at Leno's new show? And you've probably given this some evaluation. You probably even have research on this. Don't you think, this is what I think, Leno made the biggest mistake of his career, not staying in late night television?
I think it would have been safer to go to ABC. Yeah, for him to go to ABC at 11:30. Yes.
But that would have been horrible for you. You wouldn't want him at 11:30.
Not necessarily, because it would be a better lead-in than Nightline, and perhaps there would have been other networks that were interested in me.
But you told me you would never follow Leno.
That's right. You said you were going to leave.
No, but I changed that eventually.
Oh, did you?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You thought it through.
Yeah.
You said, I'll go on at 12:30, Leno can go on at 11:30.
Yes.
You really would have gone ahead and done that? I don't believe you.
I honestly would have. Absolutely.
You would not have gone to another network? Let's say if...
I might. I mean, I would have considered
What if Fox
that.
needed a late night
I
show?
would have considered it. Yes.
You would have?
Yes.
Might have been a good thing.
Yeah.
But now, Leno will die at 10 o'clock, won't he? It's the end. Do you ever envision a scenario where perhaps Leno could end up going back to the Tonight Show and they fire Conan? And then Conan, or whatever his name is, comes over to ABC.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about all of those things, but I could envision any of those things individually happening.
Well,
yes.
how do you feel
Yes.
that Leno's going to do?
I
give us your prediction.
I don't. You know what? I don't think it's going to be successful. I'll be honest with you, and I don't think it has anything to do with Jay. I think it has all to do with the local
Time slot.
affiliates and their news, where they make all their money. And if the lead-in is not as strong, they're going to scream and yell and demand something, and it's going to be a mess.
This Leno move could be the end of all television, is
It
what
could
you're
be.
saying. Right? This could actually
Let's
end
hope so.
television as we think
Let's
about
hope
it.
so. We should start Twittering more.
Will Jay take Stuttering John?
Yes, Jay will definitely take Stuttering John, and I believe that Jay has told Stuttering John, and Stuttering John just isn't saying because they want to keep it all a secret.
You think it's that big a deal? I mean, why
I
can't
think
John
they think it's that big a deal.
Really?
Do you think if Leno gets into real trouble, he'll divorce Mavis and date Sarah Silverman?
That would be a surprise.
She was lucky for you, maybe.
If Leno gets divorced, he'll try to steal Beth.
My prediction is Leno will do poorly. I believe it will not last long. I believe Conan might be moved out, but he will be tarnished. In other words, he will have failed.
You're saying Conan's not going to be successful?
I don't know, because if Jay isn't successful, Conan has to be more successful than Leno was.
And also now, if Jay doesn't do well, it hurts Conan's rating.
Right.
Aha. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying everyone's fucked?
Yeah.
Jay's going to screw up everybody.
You're not fucked. You're in the perfect position.
You're so not fucked. You're not dating anybody.
Yeah, but I'm flying like Coach, I mean.
You're shitting in front
What
of
is
Sal.
it, Ralph? Quickly, because Jimmy Kimmel has to leave here. He has a very active
This is never
life.
a good thing when Ralph calls, I know.
Well, Jimmy, I love you, but I don't understand.
That's great.
How come you're not out there getting laid and going crazy? And you know, like I know you're straight, and so like, why wouldn't you want to? Like, you want to have conversations or something? It sounds like.
Well, Ralph, I'm not that type, right? I mean, I think you would have gathered that about me by now.
You're not a pig. You're not a sex
It's
maniac.
not like you got to go in and just pick up some floozy and every night, but like
Jimmy, you should be vomiting at Howard's house. You got to live it up.
I told Sal to vomit at your house.
Hey Ralph, what bits has Jimmy ripped off from Howard lately?
I've been ripping off Jimmy lately.
There you go.
Have you seen Stuttering Sal?
All right, Ralph. Jimmy,
No, but really, I mean,
you
he's
think
having
Jimmy
fun.
should be banging the hottest chicks in Hollywood?
Ralph, give me a little time. I need to.
Maybe you need Ralph to help you with that.
Yeah.
All right,
moving
thank you,
in.
Ralph.
Jimmy's got a huge TV.
I do have the biggest TV in the world.
I haven't
All right,
seen it.
listen.
Tom Cruise and his mom out.
You're going to
Can
be
you tell the story real quick of why, like, that thing that you did to Jeffrey Ross?
what?
You know what? I think we'll miss the Regis and Kelly show
Yeah.
if we tell it, though.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
I told you about the prank he pulled on Jeff Ross, Sal.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I told him he would say we get a heads up ahead of time who's going to be voted off. So I texted Jeffrey Ross
On Dancing with the Stars.
On Dancing with the Stars. Sorry, I said you're safe, and he said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm
But
sure."
Jeffrey was really into it and in love with this girl, and
then on the air, he was pretending to be nervous the whole show, like he didn't know he was going to. And then on the air, you see him when he gets eliminated. He goes, "We lost."
I had inside information. Oh, that's great. That's right, because you guys get tipped off who's going to be losing Dancing with the Stars.
Nobody thought we did.
Oh, he thought you did. I get it. All right. Thank you, Ralph. You're a fascinating phone call.
Sal was trying to kill the odds. You know, he was betting on Dancing with the Stars.
All right, listen, Jimmy, I'm not going to hold you any longer.
Thank you, Howard.
Jimmy Kimmel.
We had a beautiful weekend. Thank you
Beautiful
very
week.
much.
I love you. It's always great seeing you. Yes, and anytime you're around, I want to be with you. And Sal, you too. You're always welcome. All right. The great Jimmy Kimmel and Sal, his cousin. Sal, what's your last name?
Do I have one? Icono.
You don't use that name?
No, I do. Yeah.
You switched it to Kimmel?
That's the way Opera Man says icon.
That's
right. And so there it is.
You set the bar pretty high for Howard's house guests. You said you were such a good guest.
You know, I'm very. I was raised well. I clean up after myself. I keep quiet, and people seem to appreciate that. I think the great thing is Ralph really set the bar so low that
by puking everywhere.
Yeah, and I appreciate that he did that. I really do.
So you had a good time today?
Yeah, I had fun.
No, it was a little awkward talking about your past
I know this is terrible. I have
right?
to get the fuck out of here. I'm not kidding. I really. They got a live TV show I'm gonna miss.
I really am. Nah, I kind of am. I'm kind of done. I mean, I love it here, and I love doing the radio show and all that stuff. But I think after a year and a half more worth of shows, it's time for me to sing my swan song. You know, and some things are starting to bother me, and I don't want it to get ugly.
Oh.
You know what I mean? There are things around here that are bothering me.
I see.
And I'm not the type that complains to people, so I just let it brew inside of me, and then I just leave. But, I don't know. Stuff bothers me. Stuff bothers me all the time, but I don't know. It's enough already of me.
Well, David Hinckley just had to change his article.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know, it's like Jimmy said to me over the week. He goes, "You got to stay. You know, it's so great. The show's never been better. Blah 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 blah. You guys work so well together." I said, "Yeah." I said, "We do." I said, "We're good at this, but how much longer can you keep doing this thing?"
Well, here's a rap that everybody gives me, and so I'll ask you now. You'll be fine doing nothing. Everyone says, "Can Howard?" People go, "Howard, I know his personality. I listen to him. He's a personality. Can he stay home and do nothing?"
Well, he won't be. Doesn't have to do nothing. You know.
No, there are things I could do. I could straighten the pillows. I have to have a meeting. I have meetings about everything. You know. I guess I am the. I am the leader of the show, so I meet about everything. My meeting today is with Gary, Laura, my assistant, and Tracy. Because I got something set me off. Carol Leifer, who was our guest the other week, sent me a box of chocolate. So, I get a list of things that were sent in. So now probably that's a week old or something, or I don't know how many days old.
It came in last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday. So I got word today
So, I got to put a system in place where somebody back there goes, oh, Carol Leifer was a guest. She sent Howard a personal note and a gift. It should go right over to Howard.
Right.
In other words, we're not going to go through the usual system of putting. If someone's got to be
a week later, it'll show up at Howard's desk.
Somebody's got to be a little bit on top of that, so that I can get and then I want to figure out how I can get a note to Carol Leifer real quick, a personal note. Like maybe I dictate it to either Tracy or Laura, and I don't know if any of them. Laura takes dictation. I can just go, hey, Carol, thanks so much. You were great. And then right away, it gets acknowledged that we got her box of chocolates. Because that's really nice of her to do.
Doesn't fall into the black hole of, wow, I wonder if my gift got there.
Yeah. So then I called Laura last night. I said, how do we get this done? I said, let's have a conference call. Because if I don't conduct it, it'll never get done because no one takes it seriously.
Well, we would take that. See, we would take that seriously without you.
Gary, how many years we've been doing this? 20-something years.
Right, but we have
nobody can figure out that, like, when Carol Leifer sends something, that I should know about it pretty quickly. I mean, who wants a box of chocolates sitting around for a week anyway?
It wasn't a week, Howard. It hasn't been a week. You knew yesterday. It got here late Wednesday afternoon, and you knew yesterday. That is some time, but it's not a week.
I don't know. And then, like, it's sitting in your office, and like, who opens the mail? You?
No, Tracy opens the mail.
Right.
She logs
Tracy says you get the box of chocolates.
No, that's not true.
That's what she said.
Tracy opens up all the mail.
Yeah.
She logs it in. So it's, Carol Leifer sent this,
right.
And then everything comes through me just so I could see it, because some things I put in your bag that day.
Right.
Some things I just need to know that you're getting, even if you don't take them. I need to know that somebody sent you a screener, whether you saw it or not.
Okay.
I need to know that a book came, so when they call, I can say, yeah, we saw the book.
See, I know I'm going to have a meeting today, and I'm never going to get to the bottom of this.
But
I'm already zoning out.
Having the meeting, yeah.
I'm already zoning out. Like Gary,
we're in the meeting.
Like Gary's explaining it to me, and I just go, can't you just get this done?
It's like Jimmy talking about his breakup with Sarah.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like I just go, I don't know how to get it done, but you get it done.
But you get a list every day. I guess you just didn't see it quick enough.
No, but we get the list. By the time the list gets to me, and the time I get to read it, it's 5 days old.
Howard, I'm your man. Let me open all the mail.
You have the meeting,
and I'll log it in.
Yeah.
No, what you're saying is certain things should get personal attention. Like they shouldn't go through the system. You should just be expedited to you that Carol Leifer sent.
Right, but you can't.
And then something should be triggered to say, Howard, you dictate this thank you note to Carol Leifer, and it'll be sent right out.
Right.
We have the address.
There's certain, when you get them, these things need to be taken care of right away.
Like I noticed Letterman's got a system in place. Whenever I do anything for Letterman, there's a note that comes. It's typed, and it's like from the desk of David Letterman, and it goes like, "Hey Howard, it was really good seeing you. Let's get together sometime." Blah 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 blah. David Letterman.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell, like, he must. I don't even know that he writes it because it's typed. I don't even know that it's his thoughts. It seems like it's someone else is doing it for him.
Right.
But that's cool. I want that system. But I know I'm going to get on the phone today and be aggravated that I even have to take time to come up with a system. Like, I shouldn't have to.
Would you believe me if I told you we will handle it? You wouldn't.
I would. What are you going to do? Let me hear it.
Well, listen, this is the first you brought it up that you want something that quick. Because usually
wouldn't it be cool, like, if I said to Carol Leifer, hey, that was really nice of you to send something. It was totally unnecessary, but man, you're the greatest, and
the hardest part of the system is deciding who fits the bill.
Right.
Like, in other words, if Mark Harris sends you something, does that fit the bill?
You answer the question. You answer your own question.
Probably not.
Okay.
But
so
I never
who
know
am
with
I talking?
you.
You think I'm talking about Mark Harris?
No, but I never know with you because sometimes you go.
You don't know the difference between Mark Harris and Carol Leifer?
I know the difference between them. But,
I don't.
But sometimes.
Yes, you do.
No, sometimes to you.
All right,
you're like,
name a name that you think you can't tell what to do. And then
Mark Harris must have been a bad example.
Right. If that's the example.
Beetlejuice send something, Gower.
I got to look at the schedule for the last couple of weeks.
All right.
No, that doesn't work. I was going to say D. Snyder.
All right. D. Snyder sends me something. What do you think is the answer?
You probably should know.
That's right.
Craig Gass.
What do you think?
You probably don't need to know.
Right.
You know already. You know. Now it's getting embarrassing.
Wait, this is an embarrassing game, isn't it?
Well, I didn't want to have the meeting off the air, but this is what happened.
This is getting embarrassing.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
Craig Gass is on top of the Chrysler
building. Would send me something. It would be in the list, and then I could respond to it.
First of all, I know Craig Gass. He ain't sending you something.
You don't need to know immediately.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't need to know that day.
He was just about to. Now he just put it down.
See?
Right. So, like Jimmy Kimmel, obviously, yes.
Right, and then I want someone to say to me, okay, do you have a note you want us to send Jimmy? And I'll just say, here's
all right, here's a better example. Lisa Lampanelli was here the other day.
Good.
And she handed you, while you were in here, she said, here's an autographed DVD and CD. I'd love, for you to watch. But in her mind, it's a gift.
Okay. What do you think the answer is on that one?
Probably not.
Right.
See, you already know.
You know the answer to this.
Yeah, but Robin, here's the point, and you know this because you've seen me for 25 years. I know till I don't know. And then when I don't know, I'm the biggest dick in the world.
Even if you get it 99% of the time right,
meaningless.
You're helping me.
Fucking
You're
meaningless.
helping me.
No, because 1% will be the first 3 hours of the show.
Right, Gary's got a point.
No, listen. Okay.
Be honest.
Lisa Lampanelli is a great girl. But she gives me a DVD.
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Lisa Renna.
Go ahead.
Sends you her book.
Go ahead.
Hey, Howard, it's with a note. Howard, you're great. I think she sent the note something like, I couldn't wait for you to have this book. I think you're going to love it.
Okay.
Is that a gift or a promotional item?
What's your answer? What do you think?
I think it's a promotional item, but she sees it as a gift.
We know that. And you'll put that on the list, and if I want to write to Lisa Renna, I'll write to Lisa Renna.
Even though she sent you a personal note?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I'll read the personal note, and I'll figure out what
But does anybody in here understand that Howard might go, Gary, Lisa Renna sent me a fucking personal note.
Gary, you got
Well, I'll
it
tell you
right.
when it'll happen. If Lisa Renna calls and says, did you ever get my book?
Right,
Gary,
exactly.
You just got it 100% right. Every example you gave, you knew the answer to.
But Robin hit it right.
Now, Gary, I'll give you an example.
But he also threw 95 great pitches out of 100.
Lisa Renna comes in here, and she sends me an antique radio.
That's a yes.
Ah.
Okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
I go. Fran Drescher used to come in all the time. And
Go
then
ahead.
after she came in, I'm going to send you a gift. And she would send you those fucking croutons.
The pasta and the croutons.
Right.
It's a gift. Howard, I am sending you croutons because you're a good guy.
Okay. What do you think?
I think no.
Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm sending you croutons.
Send me the croutons, so I'll talk about them on the. But okay, Fran Drescher comes in, and she's on the air talking about she just bought a Kindle, and she thinks it's the greatest thing. So then you get a personal note in the mail from Fran Drescher, and it says, Howard, I love being on the show. I want you to try a Kindle. I went out and got you one.
That's a yes. That's a resounding yes. Here's
so
one.
There you go.
I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is a tough one, but
go ahead.
Remember,
I bet you it's not tough.
Okay, remember the comedian Bobby Slayton?
I remember Bobby.
Bobby's wife owns a kids' clothing store.
Right.
Right. He sends you a box of clothes for your kids.
Go ahead.
So the answer.
What do you think?
Well, now it's tough.
Tell me what you think.
The answer is it's a yes, gift wise, but does Bobby make the cut celebrity wise?
Now think about it. He's promoting his wife's clothing line.
But it's still a big
do you
box.
think there's a real rush for me to get to Bobby Slayton on that one?
Yeah, but I'm sure your daughter's favorite designer is Norma Slayton.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Gary. What do you think? That can wait.
Teddy Slayton.
In other words, I'll get a note out to the guy, but, you know.
All right, but that's a tough one because he is a celebrity and it was a box of clothes.
Right.
You know what?
That box of clothes is going to end up in the garbage.
Let me tell you something. There's two things
I'm
that
going
are
to give it to
iffy.
charity, which is 99% of what I do around
So
here.
I'm gauging the level of the celebrity and the quality of the gift.
The only one you got wrong so far is Carol Leifer's chocolates. That's it.
Which started this.
The real one.
There's two
the real
things.
one.
There's two things that are iffy: whether or not Bobby's a celebrity and whether or not those are clothes.
Right.
Gary, you missed one very important aspect. If Howard was single, you give him anything Lisa Renna said.
Right.
Oh, when I was single, it was terrible. Gary and I had meetings about that. It was
that
so
was
embarrassing.
so uncomfortable, Howard.
Really?
When I was single and there was a hot chick on the show and I wanted to go out with her, I would somehow say on the air, hey, yeah, you know, you should get me your number. And then
That's a good code.
And Gary would walk in and I go, Gary, did you get the number from her? And he goes, you wanted me to get the number?
I missed the signal on one very important person.
Yeah, he missed a lot of signals.
And Howard goes, because I remember Howard goes, you got the number? And I go, you were serious? Because what the fuck is wrong with you?
But get the number is like if Joe Girardi's steal sign was, look, steal.
I felt bad, too.
Artie, you go in the green room and get a fucking number from somebody.
No, look, listen, Teddy tried it for me a couple of times.
It's embarrassing.
But Howard, can I ask you a question?
And the problem is, nobody's going to say no to giving you the number.
Well, first of all, they're giving me the number, so that's
Right.
already creepy.
Yeah.
But
They're giving you
nobody's
the
going to
number.
say no. You don't know whether they really, you don't know whether you're forcing these people to give you a number or not.
I was too busy or lazy to date, so it was a perfect dating opportunity.
Absolutely.
If I
You
could
took
just
full advantage.
If I could do everything on the air, I was fine. It was like, wow, this is cool. I'm on the air. I met a nice, attractive girl. She said something about her phone number on the air after I badgered her.
I have a phone number.
Yeah, okay. Gary, did you get that?
I have a phone, Howard.
Do you own a phone, or are you a heroin addict whose mother took away their phone?
Gary,
Well, you
are
don't want my number.
Right.
But, Howard, let me ask you a question, because I think the fans are interested in this.
Yes.
In that crazy time you said you had, sort of womanizing,
Yeah.
how many girls that were on this show did you bang?
I don't
That you
know.
met on the show?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Like maybe
under 5?
Yes.
All right.
Right, Gare?
I got 3 in my head right now. I'm telling you right now. And I got one in my head that you don't even know that I know.
Let's double that number then.
All right.
It's like a drink.
It's like a chick telling you her weight.
I don't think there was a lot, honestly.
Gary, I'm talking about that he met for the first time on the show.
Well, there's one that jumps to mind for sure.
There were a couple I'm thinking of I was working, but I never even got around to.
Oh, yeah?
Either they just didn't like me that
Right.
way.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, maybe you might be right. But there are 3 that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I'm not thinking that hard.
I wonder what 3 you're thinking of, because you should
Well,
write
you
them
know
down.
2 for sure.
Write them down and hand them to me. I'll give them to Howard.
Yeah, don't even write it.
You know
down.
what?
You know what?
It's
That's
too
water under
comfortable
the
for me.
bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're married. You're got
Why
married.
go back there?
I'm happy. I do have a great wife. It was great last night.
We love her.
We watched it. You do?
We
do
do.
people generally
He's
like her,
acting
or
like
are they
he's in the
afraid?
marriage,
No,
too.
you know what?
Do you think there's anyone afraid to say they don't love her?
No. Here's the
Besides
deal.
Sal?
But he's acting like he's in the marriage, too. We love her.
But in
Well,
a way,
he is in the
hold on,
marriage,
in a
yeah.
way, I am, and I'm going to tell you why, Robin.
Really?
I'll tell you why I'm in the marriage in a strange way.
He is.
I have a friend who worked for a big celebrity for a long period of time, and then that celebrity got divorced, and his life was miserable.
Okay.
Because that celebrity was miserable.
Okay.
And his life was miserable. So
I
if
see.
Howard were not happy,
You're
we would all be
miserable.
fucking unhappy. So the fact that he's happy, I'm in a great marriage.
So, Gary, Howard's pretty upset that it took so long for him to get the package, I guess, from Carol Leifer. And he wants to implement like a new system. Have you figured out what you're going to do exactly?
Yeah, Tracy and I spoke about it. The truth is there is a system in place. An email is sent to Laura every day telling her what came in the mail that day. So I guess it's my job to point it out more than Laura's job to point it out. But, I mean, he gets a list every day. He just doesn't look at it every day. So I guess they just want us to expedite it and say, hey, you should notice that Carol Leifer, but not Craig Gass, Jimmy Kimmel, but not Mark Harris, sent you an important package.
So you're saying that if he would have looked at it earlier, he would have seen it? It was definitely
Right,
on
if
the
he would
list?
have looked at it, he would have seen it, but he's saying, I don't get to look at it every day. He's saying, I'm telling you, I don't look at it every day, so give me a bigger heads
Yeah.
up. It's more of a discussion. I don't think he was, he's not necessarily angry. It's just, sort of putting it all together. But it's done.
I'm Jesse James. I'm here to do the Howard Stern Show, and pretty excited. Been a Howard Stern fan since like the late 80s.
Oh, so you're a big fan?
Yeah, so, well, I was a bodyguard and spent a lot of time in New York, and I think Rick Rubin turned me onto it. He had like cassette tapes of like when Howard, of the old show, when he got like booted off, and like wore him out on tour buses listening to him, so it's
Nice,
pretty
man.
cool.
So this is a pretty big occasion for you then.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. It's actually, I usually just breeze through this stuff because most people that interview me are dipshits and like I just talk smack to them. But this one, I'm like, fuck.
All right, Jesse James also was on Celebrity Apprentice, used to be a real badass.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I've been reading about this guy,
Like
Jesse
how
James.
badass?
He was a real badass. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, nice to meet you. Pleasure.
That's a badass?
He's a badass. Jesse James is a badass.
Yeah, you fuck with him, Robin.
Yeah, fuck with him and see how far you
Hi,
get.
Robin.
Yeah.
Hi there, how are you?
Robin
good.
wore extra cleavage for you.
Trying to steal you away.
Hey, can I tell you why I was laughing when I brought him in?
Yeah.
Tim came to the green room. Tim never says hello to the guests. Tim came to the green room, and he just goes, dude, you're my idol. And he just started talking like how much he loves Jesse James and how Jesse's his idol.
Why is Jesse James Tim Sabian's idol? Like, I could see why.
As we were walking in, Tim was just like reeling off stuff, and he goes, "That bike you made in Afghanistan."
Tim, what do you know about bikes? I mean,
he's a biker.
Well, I've had bikes all my life as a kid, Harleys and all that kind of thing. And
you can see by him he's a biker.
You can tell.
Yeah, right. I'm bad, you know. But the stuff that he built
with your loafers.
No.
yeah, Jesse's a skinny, fruity executive.
Exactly right. But he just builds the
first.
coolest bikes. I mean, if you saw his stuff, it's just absolutely amazing what you do. So it's an art. He's
one of your heroes.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
right.
one of the greatest bike builders ever.
You know,
ever,
Tim
in
was
car builders.
Tim was a Mongol. I don't know if you know that. Honorary Mongol.
Card carrying.
Card carrying.
Actually, I think Tim was in the Chingaling.
Jesse, nice to have you on the show. Now, how did you get to be? Where'd you grow up?
In California, Long Beach.
And were you a kid who was always into building cars and motorcycles? Were you just one of those kids who were just freaky into that stuff?
Yeah, my dad was like a antique dealer, and I never had any money, and I wanted cool stuff, and I had to learn how to get it myself or make it.
Wow.
But you were one of those kids that you didn't go to college or anything, right?
I went to college for 2 years and played football.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
But then weren't you a Hell's Angel for a while? You were part of the motorcycle club? You were never a Hell's Angel?
No, I was a bodyguard for like 7 years. Actually, I have to tell you right now, like, this is, to me, I feel like I finally made it. If I could do your show, I've done like 60 Minutes and everything else, but just to be sitting here, it's like, whoa, man!
Oh, that's great.
On the Howard Stern show.
I love that. I actually met your wife, Sandra Bullock, on her movie set one time.
Yeah,
attractive woman.
Yeah,
Not a
she
bad
told me
deal.
she called you up one time and gave you some shit for a long time ago.
Did she?
Yeah, we talked to her on the phone once.
Yeah.
She called from the set. Yeah.
Why'd she give me shit?
She's German.
You were goofing on her, so she called from the set.
Right.
Oh, she gave it to me. She put me in my place.
Yeah.
Amazing how easily I cave
No, but
in.
I was a bodyguard and spent a lot of time. The first person I ever worked for was Rick Rubin, and he had these like cassette tapes of your show from like the 80s, and this was in the late 80s, and we used to have them on tour buses and listen to
that's
them.
cool.
And it was like, being from LA and California, radio's pretty generic, but hearing like this dude that got kicked off for
dirty words.
Yeah.
Did you so you go to college for 2 years, you play football, you get out of there, and you're trying to figure out how to make it as a young man, and you become a bodyguard. Is that the way it goes?
Well, I did security all through high school. I used to work at a racetrack called Ascot,
right.
And then on the weekends I worked at Golden Apple Comics up in Melrose, and I did security for Bill Leibowitz.
But then you get into guarding like some famous people. You were Madonna's bodyguard for a while.
Yeah,
right?
Rick Rubin offered me a job, not as a bodyguard, but doing special projects.
What does that mean?
Collecting money.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
then,
right?
What was he doing?
Yeah, what was he up to?
Just producing, doing Deaf American Records, and then pretty soon they asked me to go on tour because promoters weren't paying and people were ripping them off. And then,
wow,
it was in the late '80s when violent metal started getting really big and kids were getting really hurt at shows, and so they kind of wanted me to come in and.
So that's how you made your living? You were the guy.
Yeah,
you were the collector.
And then I traveled all around the world, and like in 5 years, about 10 times, and the whole time on the road, all I was doing was going to motorcycle shops and buying parts, and that was kind of what I did. When I was off the road, I'd work on my bike in my mom's garage, and I finally just got tired of it.
Did you ever have to beat the shit out of people when you were a bodyguard?
No, I'm a non-violent person.
No, come on. You're a violent guy, right?
Well, back in the late 80s, early 90s, you could still, like, duke it out, and it was like mutual combat, and nobody sued each other. So.
Did you ever have to go to jail or anything?
No.
Never. You had to think about it. That's funny.
Yeah, what could you mistake for jail in that thought?
Yeah, right. Because you said on Celebrity Apprentice that one of the reasons you wanted to do it was because you wanted to apologize to figure skater Scott Hamilton because when you were a young man, you stole his car.
Yeah.
Right? So that was a big thing for you.
Well,
so
they begged me to do the show, the producers and casting people, for like 2 years.
Right.
And, I'm never going to do that show. I'm too busy, and it's just not me. But they said, we have Scott Hamilton. And I said, okay, I'll do it.
Right, because you wanted to apologize to him.
Yeah, and I figured I would. I always felt bad because he's a little skater dude.
How did you come to steal Scott Hamilton's car? Was that your line of work for a while? Were you a car thief?
Well, I was kind of like a crab trying to get out of a barrel. When I was a kid, my parents let me fend for myself. And
how old were you when you were on your own?
I moved out when I was 15.
No kidding. Where was your dad and mom? I mean, what was their story?
They kind of split up when I was 5, and they're kind of that beatnik generation where, kids are a drag, and,
yeah, well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and so, honestly, I did a lot of stuff that I'm not really proud of.
How old were you when you stole Scott Hamilton's car?
I was 17.
Yeah.
You know, and that was, I only did it because I had parts off of it sold, and I was looking for one, and someone knew of one that was at Ice Capades in San Diego, and so.
Where do you move when you're 15? When your parents basically throw you out of the house, where do you move to? I mean, how do you make? I mean, at 15, I couldn't even wipe my ass.
I moved in with my girlfriend and her mom.
Oh, they let you in.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
And her mom was like, pretty amazing lady that
That's amazing.
She was the first time that I ever had someone tell me, look, hey, you need to get your shit together. You're going to live in my house. You're not going to screw around. And
you were allowed to live in your girlfriend's house? Were you allowed to sleep in the same room with her and bang her?
No, they had a guest house. They let me in, and she also had a boyfriend. The mom had a boyfriend that lived there. So
how cool is that? That some woman would take you in just because you're with? Probably, I mean, that's unbelievable.
But how do you get into the house? Because he's banging the girlfriend in the house.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the mom's got it. You were banging your girlfriend.
It was high school. I was 15.
You were banging your girlfriend at that time, right? So she'd sneak into the guest house.
No,
that would never go.
Nothing like that.
You were listen. You didn't want to jeopardize the one place you could live.
Yeah, and it was one of those situations. If you look at it on the outside, it's like, wow, yeah, you're so lucky. But her mom was actually no BS and kind of like.
But they had a guest house. I mean, that's a wealthy
nice,
chick.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was not even. It was like a little house on their garage. A little one bedroom that was like 10 feet wide. And
yeah.
Have you always been great with women? I mean, you were voted the 50 sexiest men in America. I know you were married to the beautiful, stunning, who I wish I could have had sex with, Janine Lindemuller for a while, the famous porn star. Did you get attracted to her from our show since you were a fan? I mean, had you heard her on our show?
No, I never really. I met her through a friend and didn't really. I never really saw her on this show,
I see. Because to me, she's one of the sexiest broads on the planet. I mean, I know you're divorced now and you're married to Sandra Bullock.
But beautiful, right?
But fucking beautiful girl, and must have been a monster in bed. And I know she's into chicks, so she was probably bringing you chicks, right?
Sometimes things aren't what they seem.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to, ruin the fantasy?
No, I won't ruin the fantasy.
Is that right? It wasn't, in other words, the fantasy I have of Janine is not only, well, she's beautiful, no question. But the fantasy I always had was, okay, she's into girls. I know she brings girls home. And I figured you were having the time of your life. Like, I would have sat there and said, oh, my God, if I could be him, if I could just, be married to Janine, it'd be unbelievable the fun I'd be having.
Yeah, but then, real life and reality kicks in. And, I think it's
not as sexual, you're saying, as you think it would be?
I look at the situation now. I think I got in that relationship. I was married for 10 years.
Right.
And got out of that, and that was the first serious relationship I got into after being married for 10 years. And I think I more got into that relationship for everybody else.
Because
so guys like you would think I was cool.
So exactly, that's true. That can happen. You're like, hey, I'm
check this out.
You almost
everybody expects me to be having this life,
and
even though you think something is wrong with the relationship, you go, it can't be anything wrong because everyone's jealous of me.
Everything's really, really great and awesome and amazing while things are good.
Right.
But when it starts to spiral out of control, so much so that I feel like I'm losing it and going crazy, then it was. I think my basic synopsis of the situation, was amazing. I fell head over heels for this amazing, beautiful woman.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it started going bad and ended like nuclear warfare. And at the end of the day, we have this amazing daughter.
But what could have gone so bad?
You know what? I don't really want to say anything bad about her. She's in jail.
I know. Did you hear when she called in?
She
called our show.
Hey, if she's right here, by all means, I'll talk right to her face.
Right.
But,
yeah, it was pretty bitter. Like, she didn't say anything bad about you. She was grateful that you're going to watch her, your daughter together, that you had together. So she's pretty thrilled about that because Janine's in jail for tax evasion.
Yeah.
Did you get caught up in that at all? I mean, that whole tax evasion thing?
A little bit.
You must have been thrilled with that.
Well, yeah, it's good when the IRS gets pointed in your direction for no reason.
Yeah, it's great. Huh?
Yeah, you know what? But the whole situation, it's like, hopefully, I hope when she goes through all this stuff, and she's pretty much hit rock bottom, that she I know there's a really great person and mom in there somewhere. It's just got to come out.
Yeah, it's weird though. Was it weird for you being married to a porn star for a while? Like, I mean, is it that like guys think that they can have their way with your wife, and
I think it she'd been retired for like 5 years,
right?
And so it wasn't really like on the tip of your tongue. It wasn't like she's a current huge star. It was like over in the past, and she was changing. But then, I think it's harder for her to be in that kind of spotlight.
Would you recommend that a guy marry a porn star, or do you think that they have too many problems that it's just too much of a thing to overcome?
Just buy the DVD.
Just buy the DVD. Yeah,
Don't even go there. Just buy the DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better to beat off.
Yeah.
Was it hard for your current wife, Sandra, to get over the fact that you were married to a porn star? Did that almost destroy your new relationship in the sense that she couldn't take you seriously because you had been married to a porn star?
Well, I've been 100% honest with her and upfront about everything. Like right from the get-go, where like some of the things I had to tell her at the beginning of our relationship.
Right.
Like, hey, I was with the porn star. Hey, we're having a kid.
Right.
And all this stuff. And like several points, I expected her just to turn around and run.
Yeah, because that's right. Your wife, your porn star wife, was pregnant when you met Sandra, right? And it was like your marriage was ending. So that's a tough situation. Taking up with a guy who's just ending a marriage.
We were already apart like 7 months before that. And finding out like when she was like 6 months pregnant, it's like, guess what? And I'm like, bullshit, like.
But that could almost destroy a relationship, especially with Sandra Bullock.
It's been really hard, but it's a testament to what an amazing woman Sandy is,
Well, how do you meet Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, that's cool, because I tell you something. I met Sandra Bullock for 2 seconds before you, and I was thinking maybe if she comes on to me, that'd be a pretty good hookup.
Sure.
I mean, wow.
She's married to me, so it's got to give guys like you hope, because I'm just a knucklehead like you.
Yeah, I'm probably a bigger knucklehead than you. You at least can build a motorcycle. What do I do?
But how do you meet her?
Yeah,
I mean, how do you and what happens? How do you get to date Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, that's good. Tell the guys in my audience so they can meet like a Sandra Bullock.
So went through nuclear warfare.
In your marriage.
And like swore that, okay, I'm just going to be this 50-year-old single guy.
Right.
I'm done. 2 marriages, I'm done. I'm not getting married a third time.
Yeah, after 2 marriages, you start to say it's not working.
And I was like, that's it. And a month had passed, or a couple months had passed, and she contacted my office and wanted to bring her godson for a tour of the shop, because he was a big fan of Monster Garage and West Coast Choppers and stuff like that. And I kind of, okay, cool, whatever. I kind of automatically figured she's probably a bitch.
Yeah.
Fancy Hollywood chick, and like, and she brought him, and I talked to her for like 5 minutes, and it was like, never in a million years would she be any kind of a. I mean, she's amazing and beautiful, but I would never like go for that type of girl. I've always, kind of
wilder chicks.
Blondes with big boobs.
Right, yeah.
I'll take that one.
Yeah,
I've never put any thought to any woman I've been with other than superficial features, and I never ever like thought, hey, that looks like someone good I could spend time with, but this, I like, something triggered in my head, and I was like, wow, that's, she's smart, and she looks you in the eye when she talks to you, and she
ain't bad looking.
Yeah. So I kind of contacted her assistant, said, hey, I want to ask her out.
Wow,
take some balls.
Ballsy.
Yeah, and I don't know where that came from, but then I asked her out, and she said no.
She said no. Not interested. Why? Do you think because, hey, you're some like motorcycle dude, and you're also getting out of a marriage with a porn star and all that other stuff?
Well, I don't think she knew that much about me.
Right.
And, just...
Why do you think she said no?
Probably because she's smart.
But did she? So when I get a no, that's no. I'm like,
You don't go
up.
back again. How does it wind up being a date? How did you kept going back?
Hey, squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah, huh?
So I we kind of emailed back and forth for a couple months, and it was.
Well, wait a second. She says no.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you start emailing back and forth?
I had her email address that she gave me, and we just started going back and forth, and it was the first time ever in any relationship that I ever have been in that was like a courtship.
Right.
And I really got to know her, and she got to know me because she automatically thought I was like a bigot and a racist, and like, And
why? Because you're into bikes?
Well, you look at me. You know,
I kind of thought that when you
were Daniel Carver's kid.
Yeah, maybe you come in here and say the N-word or something. I don't know.
No, but I grew up. I grew up in Long Beach and was born in Linwood. An all-black neighborhood, and I thought my name was Wedo when I was a kid because all the Mexicans used to call me that. And
so you didn't have any real racial bias. In other words, you might fit in with some of her Hollywood-type friends, it turns out.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Right. So you're writing, emailing back and forth. So how did she finally give in?
Yeah, and we just eventually went out to dinner, and it was a great time. And she kind of asked me when do you want to go out again? I said tomorrow.
Well, that's the move. Yeah. And now, the whole time you were emailing her, you didn't see any other chicks or anything? Like you were really that focused, or you were going out with girls?
No.
No one. You went without.
Kind of swore it off.
How long did you go without? Let's call it something nice. Pussy. How long did you go without it? How long were you free of sex?
Probably about 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Wow. How did you last?
No.
Really, how long? Like months?
Yeah, it was a couple months, probably.
So you were focused on Sandra.
Oh, I think it was just, I don't know, it was awesome.
Wow.
It's awesome to I've always put hard work first in every aspect of my life to be successful in business and TV shows and all that stuff. And I've never put hard work in a relationship, never ever applied my work ethic to making a relationship work. And I guess you have to listen to chicks. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, when they talk, you have to look at them and listen. And
how do you learn that stuff? Yeah. Nobody teaches you.
And then when they ask you, when a woman asks you, hey, you want to go look at furniture and go to the gardening store today? You got to go, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. You got to, in other words, sometimes be interested in what they're in, even though you don't necessarily care about it that much.
Yeah.
So that first...
And you have to talk to them.
Yeah, I know. That's the drag. No, but in all seriousness, the first dinner, did you get to kiss her?
No.
You did not? How long before you get to actually kiss her?
I think it was on the second date.
Second date.
And she kissed me.
No kidding. Yeah,
she took charge.
Yeah.
She just started doing...
Kind of caught me off guard, too.
Yeah, I know you're probably thinking in the back of your mind, gee, she's been in all these movies with all these really good-looking Hollywood actors and stuff. There's no way she's going to fall for me, right? There's just no way. I would be so goddamn insecure. I mean, she's been around every good-looking dude on the planet. I don't even know who she dated.
None of those dudes can weld.
That's true. You know what? Stick them on an island. Could they build transportation? No way.
She'd better stick with you.
They can't fix the microwave like I can when it breaks.
You actually are a man. You're a real man, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, compared to a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
They're very twinky, some of those guys. So did she lay down any rules? When you start to get in a relationship with her, she's got publicists, she's got all kinds of things. She's a super famous actress making $17 million a film. It's almost like Pretty Woman in reverse. You've got to get the rules read to you, right?
I think there's a certain level of respect that you don't have, if you love someone and respect them, you don't have to lay down rules,
First time you make love to her, you're like, oh my God, I'm with Sandra Bullock. That's what I'd be. I don't even know if I could function.
How long does that take?
Were you just freaked out?
I'm not talking about that.
Come
on. You guys got enough.
Seriously, she's the best lover of your life?
Absolutely, hands down.
Look at this.
Yep.
Keeps it real, huh?
Yep.
And you've been with some people.
You've been around.
Did her people try to break you guys up at all at first?
Well, all of her friends, absolutely, 100%, no way, we're putting a stop to this. This is no good. And
even I was going to call her and put a stop to it.
Really?
What are you doing, honey? No, I don't know her. I had no idea what was going on. I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? It must be a great life. What do you guys do all day anyway?
Well,
You're working all the time, right?
Yeah, both of us work, and we surprisingly live a normal life. We just
got a big house.
Not big.
But how do they do the finances? Because she
makes a
has
ton of
everything.
dough. I mean, you make a great living, but the fact of the matter is, she's got a ton of dough. What do? You keep it separate, or you have a joint fund?
Everything's totally separate.
I mean, that's got to be complicated. I mean, so the electric bill comes into the house. What do you do?
Who gets it?
Does the bill go to you? Does it go to her?
We flip a coin.
No, I'm being serious. How do you work that out? I mean, at some point in a relationship, how do you work that out?
Howard's all worried about the financial stuff.
But
like
in a way,
a Jewish stereotype playing itself out. I need the accounting. Let's see it.
No, but Jesse, in a sense, it's true. You're the guy. You're supposed to handle all that stuff, but she's sitting there making 17 mil a film. I mean, it's kind of silly for you to have to pay that stuff. If I may be your lawyer, I mean, you know what I mean?
But he's got a pen and paper.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do when the bills come in?
Well, I pay my bills. She pays hers.
And then what about the joint bills? What about the electric? You're both using the lighting. I mean,
Or do you
what?
not get any light?
If you love someone and as much as I love her, nothing's an issue in that respect. We just handle our own stuff, and some stuff I pay for, some stuff she pays for.
Prenup though, you got to sign, right?
With what?
You got to when you get married to Sandra Bullock, the both of you got to work that out ahead of time. There's no way, especially you've been married 2 times before. You got to sit down and have that tough discussion. That can't be easy. Believe me, I know.
It was, everything about it was totally easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lawyer came with a big phone
and I think
book worth of paper.
it's a test. To people that kind of have perceived success in their field. We both are strong, and we don't. I think when it's lopsided, when you're marrying someone that's like a remora,
right?
And then you're gonna be sweating all the details. But her and I we're.
And you got a motorcycle shop, right?
Yeah, a little one.
A little one. No, you like a leading guy in this whole thing, right? I mean, you're the guy, right?
The leading guy.
You're the leading guy.
Yeah.
You build a motorcycle.
I build the best bikes in the world, hands down.
Big business. How many people you got working for you?
Probably about 40 or 50.
No kidding. That's nice.
How many people you got working here? Jesus, what's the payroll here?
About 150 people. I'm not kidding.
Just for
payroll's $40.
And we don't make a thing.
Yeah, nobody gets paid.
Yeah.
You know what an honor it is to work here?
Nice. Interns.
I mean, listen, this is fantastic. Now, you've got Jesse James. Now, by the way, why the name Jesse James? That's not your real name.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. James is your last name. You legally changed your name. What were you born as?
Mohammed.
No, come on. What was your
my
your
name's
name?
Jesse
Greg?
James, man.
That was your
my middle
birth
name's
name.
Greg.
Oh, okay. So
there's 7 Jessies in the family, and we all go by our middle names, so it's not confusing.
It is Jesse Gregory James.
Yeah,
You're
and
absolutely right. You do know your own name.
Yeah, my immediate family calls me Greg just to save confusion, and
Yeah, are you still talking to your mom and dad now that you're famous and well married?
No, I had them killed.
Well, I mean, seriously, Jesse, you don't talk to them, right?
I don't talk. My dad and I don't have any kind of relationship, but my mom is great. And
why is your mom great? If she let you leave the house at 15 and kind of booted you out the door, why is she great?
Because in the last couple of years, she's came around and started being a great grandma.
Yeah, I guess, but nevertheless, I mean, now it's easy to love you.
I was
successful.
hesitant. I was hesitant at first, because so much stuff we've been through, and the whole tornado of the relationship with Janine, killed a lot of stuff with my family, and
right.
But I think you have to, as long as your parents are willing to make the effort. And
but why did your family abandon you when you were going through all your hard times with Janine? I mean, why would they turn on you? Why wouldn't they support you? I don't get it.
Well, that didn't start with Janine. That started when I was like 5. And I was done with my family when I was 15. I bolted and went on my own. And
did you go into therapy years later? Because I mean, when your family isn't
therapy.
I'm being serious.
I went to court-ordered therapy one time when I was like 14 after I got out of jail.
Yeah.
And I threw a chair through the window.
You had some anger, huh?
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever went. So.
But why would therapy make you angry? In other words, you've got to be pissed off at your parents for doing this to you. I mean, that's a tough thing when you're 15.
I spent a lot of years being pissed and angry.
Right.
And I think a lot of the stuff